We made it to another episode, another year of the Need to Know podcast. Now, I'm going to preference this with, if Drake or if Kendrick or if J.Cole does anything from now until the time this episode records,
whatever,
we are not covering that shit. We are recording on a Sunday.
Sorry, y'all.
Every single time we record prematurely in front of our actual release cadence.
And we think we're being proactive.
They do something that forces us to be here.
Every time.
So I'm letting y'all know.
Been appreciated though, especially this year.
I don't know how I felt about the lawsuit, but we'll get to that at some point. We got a lot to cover. This is our year-end wrap-up. Thank y'all for being here with us. The Need to Know podcast. There are a lot of people, a lot of new folks who joined us, a lot of old people who've been rocking with us too. And when I say old, I don't mean by age. I just mean, but y'all have been with us throughout the journey.
Long-time listeners.
Long-time listeners.
Long-time listeners.
And in addition to our long-time listeners, we have a long-time friend joining us to close out the year.
Yes, we do.
I am excited.
Same.
I am a fan. Honestly, this is a little secret. I'm gonna let y'all in.
You finna fangirl? Nah, fanboy a little bit. I like
Here he goes.
Chill.
Get into your fanboy bag. Yeah.
Me, personally, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I only invite people on the podcast that I'm fans of.
I would hope so.
No, we only have 4 guests.
That's true.
Ever. Kafari is our witness.
Yo, this nigga is
our
crazy.
Photographer, he's here for everything, making sure we look good.
We love everybody here.
But me personally, Alex and Reggie, they're a lot more welcoming. And shout out to everybody who's ever been on the pod.
That's his way of saying we nicer.
Oh, you're saying when you invite them.
When I say in the chat, hey guys, I think we should get this person in. If you really think about it, it's only been about 3 people.
Yeah.
4.
Shout out to Eden.
Yo, chill, don't give out the names, but because then they can narrow it down.
Shout out to Mandy.
Shout out to my nigga Joe too. And Nyla. So now, here we are. We got Nyla Simone in the building. Thank you, Nyla, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Nyla.
To be fair, Alex invited me.
But tell him.
He tried to take credit for it.
To be fair, Alex invited me, but I do appreciate you as well.
See? Y'all want me to spill the beans? I'll spill the beans.
You going? Yeah, do some bean spilling. Do some bean spilling.
You sure?
Yeah.
I want to start this off positive.
I know. I want it to be positive too.
Just let it go.
We got to match how the year went.
No, this was a messy year.
Yeah.
It was a messy year.
No, it was our collective idea to say, hey, let's have Nyla come on the show.
Oh, okay.
I know Alex is the entryway to Nyla.
Okay.
Like the point of contact.
The point of contact.
Okay.
But it was hey guys, this is a great episode. Why don't we have a great personality with us? The fuck, Nyla.
Well, Savannah's not going down without a fight.
I'm never going down without a fight.
But was it your phone though? Was it your number?
I did not contact her.
I'm just saying, Savon, you have my number, but it's cool. I'm here and I'm just super excited to be here.
You don't ever use it?
Because he don't ever use
That's
it.
crazy.
He don't ever use it. And Reggie don't invite me on vacation.
I mean, because you take 10 days to text back now.
Don't bring me into this. Stop dragging me into it.
How are we going to invite you on a vacay if you're going to take a week?
I'm right. No, but I am really happy to be here. I really love you guys. You guys, honestly, my favorite podcast out. Only because
you hear that?
I love
truly because you guys are my age and you guys are keeping up. I care about y'all perspective.
Thank you.
That's why I said y'all are CNN. Y'all was trying to act y'all not CNN.
We are not CNN.
We're like the cool CNN.
y'all really reflect us now.
Wow, that means a lot.
That's why it's CNN. So that's why when y'all was can you come? I'm let me get my ticket right now.
We gotta salute you for that. You literally came from your hometown back to come do this with us. So that's love. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Facts.
Like I said, though, we got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to discuss.
So
it was
much.
A long year. A lot has happened. Again, thank y'all for being with us, too.
Yo, for real. Wait, are we going to intro this part like we usually do? We're going to get to the shits. No, you got to go first.
Let's do it. What's going on, y'all? It's the Need to Know podcast. What you need to know, when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. I'll go by the name Savon, S-A-V-O-N, and the N is for New Year.
Come on, man.
We are going into a new fucking...
I was looking for her reaction.
The N could have been for Nyla.
It was right there. That's 2 weeks in a...
The end could have been for whatever you want it to be, but...
The fabulous flow was crazy.
S-A-V-O.
You got to keep it hip-hop. You feel what I'm saying? Going into the new year.
You heard it. Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy, A, as always, the Paco Bone Poppy. Never alone, always with the posse.
Hello, everybody. My name is Reggie. I feel so blessed to be here, but especially blessed because I have the privilege of sitting next to an extraordinaire. She does it all. We already introduced her, but Nyla, welcome again.
Thank you.
The air smelled different since you walked in.
Oh, yes. Please.
Nah, for real. Nah, yeah. Intensified.
I'm blushing.
No, it's true. Now, 2024. We're here to recap the year.
Yes.
And I think a dope way to start is just to put a word on it, right? Like, for me, per se, well, I'll say this. I think we started off well. Everybody smelled good in here, so we ended the year off right. Mm-hmm. But if I could put
We're all
word...
well-groomed, you know?
Yeah, I look fabulous in here. Truly.
Thank you.
No, and you've been really, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what's gotten into you these last few weeks.
He's been liking the compliments.
Yeah, he's been putting his shit on. He's been putting these fits together.
Thank you, man. That's it.
What's up?
I acknowledge you when you acknowledge me. Thank you.
That's what's up. All right, cool. Let's start here, though. Best word to describe 2024. Long year.
Long year.
You want me to start?
Yes,
let's do it. All right, I'll start. Contentious.
Wait, what does that mean again?
To be at odds, some tension, back and forth between others. I think we saw a lot of that across the year in rap, in the film industry, in our personal lives. Contentious really set the tone. I know we'll get to Katt Williams in a second, but to start the year off like that, man, it kind of felt like it was a bit combative. And then everyone followed suit.
A lot of butting heads this year,
Yeah, facts.
I don't like that you use my word in your definition.
No, that was your word?
I had combative. Combative was the year, or the word that I had to summarize this year.
Damn.
Just because of all the things, right? Like, obviously, we're going to talk about hip hop, music, all of those things. But I think in general, like, we are in real time fighting or trying to figure out what a drone is.
That's real life, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of that going on. So
Facts.
The word that I had for 2024 was combative. It was a combative year.
Yeah, every day did feel like I was fighting for my life. All my life I had to fight.
Not like every day.
Because Lord.
Yes. Do you want to go next or should... Yeah, you just go next.
Okay. Yes, I was gonna say. Dang, something y'all just said I wanted to make a comment on. What was it? It was...
You were fighting for your life.
Oh, because you were saying how you guys record the episodes and then, like, something happens.
Every week.
Anxiety. Like, it gave me anxiety because it was so much to keep up with. But the word that I had picked was aftermath. Because, it was just a lot of, like, spilled over things from, like, seeds that were planted from before. But if I had to say a phrase, the phrase I keep telling my homegirl is, how did we get here?
Well, that's a good one.
Episode title.
That's a good one. How did we get here?
How did we get here?
No, honestly.
What do you
Katt
mean?
Williams.
Yeah.
That's
he
how we
was
got
driving.
Now, honestly, I think that's how we may have gotten here.
I felt like
the
that
portal.
in my personal and in like retrospect.
Oh, we can talk about your personal?
No. We gonna do that.
Not just yet. We're going to get there.
No, we are not.
I said we are going to get there. We are getting there. We are getting
not
there.
the accent.
You just wait. Okay. Reggie,
how did we get here? I like that. That makes me think. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm killing the mood because my word coming in here, I didn't know it would go this way.
Oh shit, are we?
What you about to say?
Are we bringing you down?
My word was phenomenal.
Look at us.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, just like I was having this discussion the other day. I do kind of feel like weird. I don't know if guilty is the right word, but just kind of maybe like tone deaf if I say that. But I can't because there's so much going on in the world, in the hip hop world, and like internationally that it's just not positive. But if I have to be honest, like I had a great year. Like personally, like everything was like from 2023 was pretty rough personally, and then everything just resolved itself this year. It was literally like rainbows and sunshine for me, honestly. Like, and I can't like Reggie, I don't know. I just have to acknowledge that.
Can you write down your prayer?
I got you.
I need to call God for 2025.
I know. I have it written down because I journal about it and I write it down.
We need Reggie's prayer because for 2025, I don't want to be on the strongest soldiers list anymore.
I don't know. Yeah, I just feel great. Like I'm sorry. Like I do.
my combative armor is weakening.
Yeah, and like I witnessed like you guys contentious and combative. Like I witnessed it. Like the beef was negative. But I was a witness. I wasn't like in it.
Right.
Like and it was a lot to talk about. But it was fun for me to talk about it.
See, this is why we gotta find love.
Well, I love that for you. Actually,
we
need some light,
some balance.
We do.
For sure.
But I do feel a little tone deaf saying that. So
no, that's your experience.
Let me just get it out now. Yeah,
that's your experience.
I had a great year.
I don't think it was tone deaf.
No,
because that was like Alex said, that's your personal experience.
Yeah.
So whatever happened for you and to you, like if it was phenomenal, then
just we send did that prayer.
As a podcast and as a people who joined us on this journey, we did have a really great year.
Yes, y'all did.
Nyla sees it.
There's like this award that's like blinding me. I'm trying not to make like direct eye contact with it. You know what I'm saying? But
we had a good year.
We had a
good year. Pretty big deal.
I'm not gonna lie, but in the scope and if we look at it from a macro standpoint, there was a lot happening.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on. Obviously, we do cover all the topics, but hip hop is a driving factor on this podcast in particular. And I do want to start by just showing appreciation and saying thank you. I want to say thank you to my parents for fucking in 1994.
Save on.
And having me.
Oh, God.
So I could live. No, for real. We got to take it back before we can look forward. We have to go backwards before we can look forward. I want to say thank you to my parents
for conceiving. Did you just turn into Malcolm X?
No, bro. I'm giving you this. We got to look back before we can move forward.
Because how else would you do it?
Because how else will we get there?
I mean, come on.
So I do want to thank my parents for being in high school and saying, you know what, I'm curious. Let's create sex education. Let's start fucking.
Let's have a baby.
Because they had me at a very pivotal moment in hip hop and music. I feel like I got the best of every world. And now, because I was born in the year that I was born, and we're all about 2-3 years apart, right? So we're all in there. So I want to shout out to y'all parents too for doing the same thing my parents did. You get what I'm saying?
You think it was Jodeci?
I know what it was. I know the song.
What was
You're lying. What was it?
SWV.
Ooh, which one?
I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over. I was conceived to that.
You was conceived to that?
I know the song.
No wonder why you so nasty.
I just want to say,
shit is making sense now.
Thank you, because y'all allowed us to be born to real and grow with some of the greatest artists of our time.
No, it's true.
When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J.Cole, nobody can appreciate them. Even all the old guys who was in their 40s, 45. I get it. Y'all lived through y'all quote unquote golden era hip hop, early 2000s.
Y'all golden era.
No, it is.
Theirs.
It is
I know,
and maybe when the history books open, we can say that is the golden era. But I'm happy and I'm proud to say, which is why I want to thank my parents for fucking. I'm happy and proud to say we got Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. And this was the year, like,
all three of them were active.
10 year, the climax of this year. So I just want to start out with appreciation.
I agree.
But speaking of that, we literally, to us, we know we're living through something crazy. Drake, Kendrick, and Cole doing this in 2024. But, you know, I have a silly question. If there was an alien and you have to explain to them 2024 hip hop in 100 years, what event or what moment would you present to him or her to really summarize what we've been through this year? Because I have an answer. Do you have an answer?
I think that alien technology could keep up with Wi-Fi, because we need Wi-Fi.
Okay.
We need if I ain't got no Wi-Fi, I can't show them alien niggas.
Alex, play along. Just answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my fault. YouTube,
like,
YouTube.
No,
Instagram.
Right?
You
That's not valid.
IG,
that's not valid.
No, I meant like a moment.
Oh, like a particular moment?
Like for me, okay, my answer would be if I could just show an alien one video to represent what we've been through this year, I'll show him the pop out.
The pop out.
That's a good one. The pop out, but like the Amazon live stream angle, the what, like that angle, I would show him that.
Okay, all
like
right.
that. I don't mean like a general. You're too macro with it.
That might be the best answer, actually.
I got it.
There's got to be something
for hip hop.
I feel like if I could, in a way, I would want to display all of TDE. Like, because I would definitely want to include Doechii in it in her year. I would definitely want to include SZA. SZA, even though, I mean, the project just dropped, but the deluxe. SZA still has been very relevant throughout the year.
For sure.
Yeah, so TDE in general, they need to see all of it. I don't know how I could package that, but that's what I would want.
Like, you would just show them the roster.
The roster.
Yeah, like, this is what represents hip-hop, like, here. Yeah. That's a good answer.
And the unity. And just to kind of piggyback off of what Nyla was saying, and this isn't my answer, but just to highlight what you're saying, like, the West Coast in general, the unity that they showed, like, seeing, like, we forget Kendrick is not on TDE. But you would never know it because they are so united and aligned. And like, it's a united front over there. So shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to TDE. Yeah. That was a great answer, Nyla. I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Super.
I think for me, what I would do, I would show them J. Cole apologizing.
Oh my God.
I'm about to get them started.
That's a good take, honestly.
That's a big moment. I'm not going to deny that. But is that representative of what... Do you want an alien to think of that when they think about hip-hop, though?
It depends on
it was so not hip-hop. That's why everyone was so mad at him.
But that's why he should show it, because it's the new... It's where we're at now.
Exactly.
It's like this.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Niggas is in therapy.
I said this on the podcast.
No, niggas is in therapy.
Niggas is in therapy. therapy.
Yo, word. No, you're right.
Niggas.
I need some every time you do that. Anyway.
You mean this? Okay, I'll be talking like this.
That's her triggers.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm about to call him right now.
You better call that guy. That guy is going to save your life.
I'm talking about my therapist.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
My therapist.
So, that's a good one.
But no, I think the reason I would choose that moment is because, like Nyla said, like, this is where we are today. I said this on one of the episodes. I can't remember which one. But I said J.Cole challenges hip-hop more than any other artist. Because technically, he's amazing. He's the top tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, he connects with everybody. Like, all of my OGs is like, yo, J. Cole's the one. J. Cole's the one. And we all feel like that. And we know that from the music he makes, from his technical ability. Like, J. Cole encompasses everything an MC is. And then when that moment happened, which, again, we'll talk about. But when that moment happened, he showed a human side.
Absolutely.
A reflective side and said, you know what, guys? I'm not going to go that route. And it challenged me personally. And I think it challenged a lot of listeners, a lot of fans of, holy shit. So rap beef doesn't have to end in like death.
We got to see.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
Right? Like,
that's a fact.
He just challenged us in a real way. So I think if an alien came down, I would show him that specific moment.
That was
I'm
good.
not mad at that.
That was good.
Thank you.
And we got to really see people's POVs on how they deal with conflict.
Yes.
All right. And again, we'll get to that scenario. Reggie, I officially got my answer. I would show them footage of Rick Ross plane crashing after he put out a diss track to show them how niggas deal with their ops out here.
Oh my God.
Yo.
What the fuck happened this year?
I forgot about that.
That was a moment. His plane wasn't supposed to crash after sending diss to a nigga. Do you know how crazy that is? To bar up the pen,
and then your plane
talk greasy, talk hot, and then the plane fall right after? What is that, voodoo?
By the way, I did not like.
You ain't like what Rick Ross did? His offering? You ain't like Rick Ross's offering?
No, that was not it.
It didn't land.
It didn't land.
It
but
didn't.
the crazy thing about that, he dissed him about his plane.
I know.
That's what really makes it false.
diabolical.
Like Rick Ross dissed Drake about having like a weird, faulty, cheap plane.
And then the plane fell. You think the UFO will fall?
Never.
Oh God.
I don't think so.
They probably did though. All right, you're right.
They say them UFOs is big.
I know.
Like
you ain't see them? They've been in Jersey.
I don't live in Jersey. I haven't been to Jersey in a while. Yeah. I heard it was like pretty big though.
Yeah. All right.
If we're not doing, I'm gonna break my own rule, even though like I brought it up. If we're not doing 2024, I would show them Jadakiss's verses against Dipset.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like that I would be very proud to like show an alien that.
No, that's a fact.
I feel like 2024 we didn't have any moments with verses this year.
Yeah, they going through something?
Yeah, they've been teasing a return, I guess 2025, but they have been teasing a return.
Yeah.
This is why you got to be careful giving niggas something.
Let's say Vaughn.
No, for real. Because niggas is going niggas.
You at your nigga limit for the day.
I did.
I thought you was done with that word.
Because why don't we have a moment with verses?
I think business. If business got in the way.
Yeah.
Say it.
Huh?
Say it.
What?
It's okay to say it.
Huh?
I understand. Like
you saying niggas get money and
and this shit just started. It just started getting weird.
Those are two.
That's true.
It did get weird.
just
A lot of
getting
hands in the
weird.
pot. A lot of hands in the pot. They had Triller at one point, Apple Music. I think Instagram came through at one point. Just too many hands in the pot.
Messy.
But that's just the creative game in general.
Right.
Like working in media. It's like as soon as money gets into it, shit gets fucked up. When you just do things for love, it always comes out better.
Nyla, you talking.
Like The Dream, when it was still on Instagram before all the sponsors came on, he was just drunk playing his records and talking shit. Like that was the energy.
That was
I
amazing.
liked.
Like I know we'll say this, and we're gonna get to 2024. I promise y'all. But I know because y'all can appreciate it. Think about how long ago 2016 was, and think about how recent it feels. 2016, 2018, 2020, they don't feel like years
like almost 10 years ago.
Like we have been moving in like light years speed. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Just glad to be here.
But with that being said, let's get to it.
Yeah.
The 2024 recap. Again, Nyla, thank you for being here with us. I could not start off this year without speaking about the good brother. And he came from nowhere. Like before January 2024, I think he was pretty quiet. He was pretty silent. But Katt Williams opened up a portal, opened up a door that has not been shut since.
I've been scared of short niggas ever since.
Yo.
Word to me. When they talk, I'm listening now. You didn't see how Kendrick followed that up?
They got something to say.
I'm scared of them.
That was in January.
I know.
He had this interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay.
It's as if he knew, right?
It's as if he spoke this year into existence.
January 4th, I'll never forget where I was.
Type of vibe, for real. Oh.
Yeah, he like kicked the door open, like for real.
But yeah, Katt Williams, he said
85 million views.
85 million views. Insane on YouTube. And again, also shout out to Shannon Sharpe.
Man, what an amazing year Shannon Sharpe had.
Yeah.
For sure.
He had an amazing year. He's one of the people who kind of got to show us how to pivot from being on the network. Actually, his first introduction to us was through football. Right? Like, and there might be a middle-aged white woman who doesn't even know that he ever played a down of football.
That's true.
He's a whole Hall of Fame talent in football, but then he was able to transition into media. We saw last year in 2023, he left undisputed, and now he has his own platform. He had Katt Williams.
Yeah.
And Katt Williams told us at the top of this year, the truth will set you free.
Yes. And he also aired some grievances.
He did.
Right? And that kind of molded the rest of the year.
Yeah.
People just kept coming out and saying how they felt, and whatever was on their chest is what they said.
So let's go backwards.
Yeah.
I want to ask y'all something.
Okay.
When Katt Williams said all of the things that he said, now a lot of people, and it's not me, so I don't want y'all to think I'm saying this. A lot of people have associated crack and cocaine with Katt Williams. They have.
This is true.
I'm honest. Like that's been the association. That he's a crackhead. Like they always try to discredit Katt with drugs.
I remember when he got beat up by that kid.
That was a tough moment, right? So when Katt Williams started the year off by saying, yo, they're having sex parties in the mansions.
Yo, he did say it. He did say it.
When Katt Williams started the year off by saying, yo, Harvey Weinstein wanted to suck my dick to be in a movie.
We were so confused.
A lot of people probably questioned him. Where did y'all feel in 2024? Nyla, I want to start with you.
How did I feel about the crack or the sex parties?
That's a wild sentence.
Just Katt Williams.
Well, let me give my honest opinion. All right. I mean, I believed him. You know what I'm saying? I got friends, so then I like start calling friends and then they have their opinions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I believed him. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked.
You're like, he's probably not lying.
He's never given us a real reason.
But then some of the things just didn't really make any sense. Like the sprinting thing, I'm like, nah, nigga. The reading the books, I'm like, I don't really know. But it was what
3,000 books.
That's like,
he said he read like 3,000 books.
But then he's like, but the truth will set you free. So I'm like, wait, which one is it? Are we telling the truth or are we exaggerating? Yeah, but something that I'm starting to pick up from like a lot of greats like Katt Williams is a lot of these niggas lie. But they're lying as like it's like a...
It's structured lying.
Yeah, it's psychological.
Okay.
So that's what that was.
Like psychological structured lying.
Sure. Does that not make sense?
No, it does.
No,
because
like
I want to add to what you're saying.
Okay.
I've realized in my time in this space that people will lie.
People be dead
and we'll know that they're lying and they know that they're lying.
Sure.
But people don't know they lying.
There you go. I guess it's part of the game.
Charlamagne always says, "Believe me when I'm lying." You should believe me even when I'm lying. I just be like, "What?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Why would I believe him if he's lying?
Even when he's like, I don't know.
I guess because
but
I thought you were gonna explain what he meant by that. But you're like, I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
But that's a bar though. Like I like the way it sounds. Like believe me when I'm lying.
Even when I'm lying.
It sounds like there's a bit of truth in every joke. Does that make sense? Yeah, right? Like
but I think it was the same for Katt. I read 3,000 books a year. It's like, okay. I'm still a little lost on that one. But
what if he does?
I believe them. I'm gullible.
Yeah, it's okay. We all been there.
Nyla.
Shut up.
That was shady.
Shut up.
Shut up. He was gonna do the accent.
Nyla.
For me, it's hard to judge what I think about this interview in hindsight. Because he wound up being so right about the random shit that he said. So I'm having a hard time thinking like, what did I genuinely feel in January when he first did this? Yeah. Because now this interview is gold. Like it is a gold mine.
He even did a 40-yard dash when they said he was slow and couldn't run. He put out a video of him actually running a 40-yard dash. And he looked a little faster than me.
He did.
I don't know how to feel about that. He's been here a while.
He was moving. He was moving.
I don't know how I feel.
The other thing he said, one of the highlights, he came at Steve Harvey, which was kind of crazy because nobody really comes at Steve Harvey. He came at Cedric the Entertainer. But the highlighting quote that I feel like we haven't really talked about, you gotta say no to Diddy. You have to say no.
Said that.
When it's time to, you gotta know when to go home. And we'll talk about that throughout the year. But I feel like for 2024, Katt Williams really set the tone for what this year was. And because it's the most played interview on YouTube history, shout out to, again, Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams. It is the most played interview, the most viewed interview in YouTube history. I think that is a huge accomplishment. It should not be diminished. And it should also be highlighted.
Yeah.
But because it is Katt Williams, a lot of people try to poke a lot of holes and a lot of, try to discredit him for some of the things that he said. But I think he set the tone for this year in a way that nobody else could have, because like Alex, like Nyla, like Reggie, all of y'all said, a lot of the things he said came true. A lot of it was also bullshit, but the tone, the underlying arc and story of what Katt Williams was saying, which is, this is the year of the truth.
Yeah.
All of the sexual dick deviants, big dick deviants. That's
Big dick.
he called them big dick deviants.
The BDDs.
Oh, I thought you was adding some.
Nah,
I thought you had something like. I thought you knew something.
That's not my.
You knew something.
That's not my bag. That's not my bag. I didn't see the tapes. But all of the big dick deviants, as Katt Williams put it, he said that they were going to be exposed, and some of these things have been exposed. Things that we could not have even imagined this year.
No, it's true.
Yes.
And I'm glad he did it, because if you're going to give me 10 truths, you give me 3 lies.
I'm not mad at that.
That's a good little ratio.
I'm not mad at that.
I ain't mad with that.
For entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes, spice it up a little bit.
I'm not mad.
I ain't mad at that.
I can agree.
Cool.
Hey, man.
So after Katt Williams, again, we're gonna do this, and I just want to give the audience and the listeners a quick understanding of how we're gonna walk through the year.
Right.
We're gonna do it by quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So even if it's not chronological, which we're gonna do our best to make it chronological, just know this happened in Q1, and then we're gonna go Q2, Q3, Q4.
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Right? Like that makes sense?
Yeah.
That works? All right, cool. So let's keep it in Q1. The Super Bowl was next. Usher. Shout out to Usher.
Usher.
Why does that not feel like this year? That feels like last year.
It was so early. It's
Damn.
February.
Okay.
A lot happened this year too. Since Usher performed at the Super Bowl, and just Usher news, Usher has women licking cherries like they're nutsack.
Still to this day, like he started this residency 5 years ago or some shit.
Right,
like.
right. He's been doing this, right?
Yeah. So Usher, he performed at the Super Bowl. There was a lot of controversy about his performance. A lot of people had a lot of commentary on it. Me personally, I was happy to see a legend from our culture, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yes, Usher translates audience because he's a massive star, but I wouldn't necessarily consider him a crossover pop star like The Weeknd, right? Like The Weeknd started out in like this weird R&B kind of vibe, and now he's strictly R&B. Pop. I'm sorry. Thank you, Reggie. He's strictly pop. I don't even know if Black people identify with The Weeknd in that way.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's just switched over so much, where Usher, we claim that. That's us. Mm-hmm. That's ours.
And also during his set, he made it was very the Las Vegas of it all. But at the end, it was mad Atlanta. Like it was straight up like Atlanta influence. So he put that on the biggest stage. So that's pretty cool.
Deeply influenced off of his residency, right? Mm-hmm. Like we got to see a lot of the same dance moves and skating that we saw at his residency at the Super Bowl. Wait, you said there was controversy around it. I'm forgetting. What was did they want someone else is what you're insinuating?
Well, for me, I'm glad you asked, bro. I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
I'm so fucking glad
because they ain't get Neo.
He said, I'm the problem. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The controversy was Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, he has been an underlying theme of this year.
Yeah.
Right? And so I just wanted to kind of start with the controversy with this year's Super Bowl is that Usher, what you got to say, Alex? I can see it on your mind.
No. What happened with Justin Bieber, Usher? What happened? What else?
That was just a rumor. What was
the rumor, Nyla?
Yeah, Nyla, what was the rumor?
So informed. Breakfast Club.
No, I know nothing.
Nyla, we need to talk.
You're trying to say that Justin Bieber was supposed to come out for the Super Bowl.
Well, he declined it. A lot of people wanted him to come out, and he declined it for his own personal reasons.
And that's fine. And whatever you're trying to allude to is a rumor.
Wait, that's not like a big controversy.
I don't know.
Wait,
That's
what is
I'm
it?
saying. He just over here instigating.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
I mean, Puff said he woke up.
Shut up.
Puff
Shut up. I'm sick of you.
Puff said they were sharing Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios in the morning when they woke up. All right. We're going to get there.
Nah, this breaks my heart.
Now that we look back on it, this might have been the Diddy Bowl. Jay-Z threw it. Usher performed it, and Justin Bieber declined it. The three
Her came out,
denominators.
Ludacris came out, Jermaine Dupri came out. Like, there's other factors. Don't do that, you conspiracy theorists.
Thank you, Nyla. Big it up. Big them up.
You don't think Diddy and Jermaine Dupri never had a little night out?
Oh my goodness gracious.
A lot of people had nights out with Diddy.
I DJ'd a Diddy party.
Okay.
How was that?
I ain't see nothing. I spun, I left.
See that?
As a bar, I spun, I left.
I know that's right.
A lot of people did that. But yeah, Usher, he did the Super Bowl this year. And I think just on his performance alone, his performance was phenomenal. It was great.
Yeah, it was great.
This was a 10 out of 10.
Literally, no notes.
Phenomenal.
Yes, 10 out of 10.
I agree.
Yeah. And it was the most viewed Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
So that means, if we're doing like numbers and math, that is the most watched Super Bowl halftime show ever. So shout out to Usher. Again, being able to do this is a 30-year career in 2024 with all the things that has happened. And I do want to say this about Usher too. Usher has really thick skin.
Yeah.
Because I remember this top of this podcast. There was some rumor, like when I say the top, I mean like when me and Alex first started doing this, there was some real heinous rumors around Usher and his genitals.
Oh, yeah.
And for him to push through
I remember that era.
He pushed through that and got on the Super Bowl stage. So shout out to Usher.
I mean, even through what the rumors have been about Usher this year, like I think everybody has a soft spot for Usher, but he's just been in the game so long, started at 15, 14. So to just go through everything that you've gone through and handle it with grace, not to mention Usher dropped a project this year independently. Still collaborating with artists like 21 Savage, Summer Walker, Lotto. The way he puts on for Atlanta, the way he puts on for R&B, like Usher, we love you.
No, we do. But I'm gonna be honest with you. That album you put out after the Super Bowl was butt. You my man though.
It wasn't my favorite.
It wasn't.
Was it called Going Home?
Uptown Girl, Uptown World. Like Ush.
Well, he's in a different space in life. You gotta just go travel with your favorite artists and their journeys. Because at this point, let's be real. You know, I'm a huge J.Cole fan.
Facts.
People hate For Your Eyes Only. I love For Your Eyes Only. If this is where you're at right now, then this is where you folding clothes. I can't wait to have.
How do you feel? I think For Your Eyes Only was phenomenal. How do you feel about KOD? Because that's the one where I'm like, it deserves the critiques.
I ain't gonna lie, I really like it. I'm a stan. All right, I love Window Pane. I love Kevin's Heart. I love.
She my number one.
I don't need nothing on the side.
That's Kevin's Heart. You know what I'm saying? I only know 2 songs.
Somebody. I love it.
Salute to Usher.
No, for sure.
I'm glad that we're able to give Usher his flowers in real time. Because this whole year has just been us appreciating him and really celebrating him as the GOAT that he is. So I hope it continue. You know, nothing's happening to him, knock on wood. Like, he's healthy. He looks beautiful. Like, I just love witnessing it.
And even if something does come out moving forward, you know, obviously because of who he's attached to, like, it doesn't, honestly, this year has really shown me, like, who am I to judge any of these niggas? I have never been in their predicament. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And that's why I got to the point of he got into the game so young. So it's like, we already know this is a predatory world, period. Yeah. It don't matter if you in music or you in fucking pharmacy. That's just how it goes. But I will say, Beyonce definitely stepped on Usher's moment with that commercial where she announced that her album was dropping. It was like, I was on a 10 after watching Usher perform, and then Beyonce commercial came on right after that. And I'm like, now I'm all on the website trying to see what Beyonce's about to drop.
Well, we should be focusing on Usher,
that's one of the most innovative ways to announce anything. Like to do a live announcement on like that. I forgot that happened.
Only she could do that though. Oh my God, the commercial literally ended with "drop the album" or some shit like that, right? It was fire. But I agree with Nyla too. It kind of like stepped on the moment.
Shout out to Beyonce. It did step up because the album was coming home. The name of Usher's album was Coming Home. It wasn't a lot that I could pull from there, but
it wasn't much home.
it wasn't much to really pull from.
It wasn't much home.
Oh shit, my bad. I said Going Home, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Beyonce, I forgot she did that during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And again, that's such a flex. And again, we're gonna speak about the Carters as a whole at some point. But just knowing that Jay-Z, has the influence that he has with the NFL, with the Super Bowl, to put Usher on that stage and then have his wife say, hey, we gonna drop an album like this. Like, it was just really dope, really innovative. And also,
I agree.
Because we are gonna talk about Beyonce's #1 op. Taylor Swift, me at least.
We're gonna get there.
I'm gonna talk about that at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But to see Beyonce have the year in and year out, like she's always a topic of conversation.
Always.
We can't avoid her. We don't necessarily want to avoid her, but just for her to have that kind of lasting power, I do want to highlight that too in 2024.
I agree. And this was when she was basically telling us, hey, I'm getting into country this time, yo. I liked it. I liked the single. I remember it was 16 carriages. 16 carriages riding away. Y'all know the words. I don't. But I like that one a lot. Texas Hold'em was cool. It was a pretty cool album. Yeah.
It was. What else did we have? We also had Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
A legend in the media space.
That documentary, right?
Documentary came out around this time of year, again, February Q1. And it kind of gave us a little bit of insight into where she is today, her health. I don't know how y'all feel. We don't have to stay too long on this. But Wendy Williams, like, personally, I feel we wouldn't be able to do what we do without a Wendy Williams.
She opened doors for sure.
She opened doors for so many people, men, women alike. And let's give her a little bit of credit here.
Got to.
We don't know what's true. We don't know what's false. We don't know what's allegations or alleged. But she was the first to call Diddy freak-offs.
Yo, she was. She said this years ago.
She said this years ago that he was butt fucking.
And people just thought that she was hating.
I went and got the audiobook for Wendy Williams' second book.
Yeah.
And in it, she's definitely throwing it. She had Misa come in, do an exclusive interview in the book.
Damn.
Wendy was definitely always doing that, yeah.
Been on that.
But the documentary was sad.
It was eye-opening. Because we kind of knew she wasn't doing the best. Like, she had drinking problems and she had health issues. But to kind of get a visual of it, that was different. That was way different.
And I remember when it dropped, there was a lot of conversation around, like, is she able to consent to this being released? Like, who is really, like, what are their intentions with releasing this? I remember we taled about that a lot,
That's
like, as a society.
Wells Fargo has my money.
Yeah, remember that shit?
I forgot about that. Yeah, man. Shout out to Wendy Williams. We're gonna pray for her, and we're gonna
love.
Yes, let's send her some love.
She's recently been deemed incapacitated, by the way.
No.
Yeah. So it seems as if her guardian or her handler is in full control of everything that has to do pertaining to Wendy Williams as of now. But let's see what happens in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. She's a super legend.
Facts.
A trailblazer in our industry and media and radio specifically. But before we get out of Q1.
Wait. You know what, whatever.
No.
It's your show, girl. The end is for Nyla.
We need to talk. Word.
You forgot. What's the end for?
I was just going to say, though she is a trailblazer, I think there's something to be said about the energy that you put out and then the energy that comes back to you. So, like, just because you're doing something and it works for you and, and you carve a lane, you just always have to be mindful of the energy that you're putting out.
I agree with that.
True.
Even if one doesn't consider it to be direct karmic retribution, you still will be critiqued. Yeah. When it's your time.
And even if it's not in this lifetime,
right.
But even we're seeing it happening in this lifetime, as Katt Williams said. So that's why though we want to give her flowers, in case there's like other journalists listening, I want you to also be mindful. Like, you get your flowers, but people who are there or people who really know.
They're going to put you in that box.
Yeah.
And, I'm just to kind of put a button on that, I agree. I agree. But again, before we get up out of Q1, there are two major events I do want to highlight. The first, which actually these next two talking points, they kind of lasted throughout the year. So I don't even know if there's one that I want to like talk about more than the other. But let's start with Diddy because we're talking about Wendy. So let's keep it with Diddy. Diddy, his LA and his Miami homes were raided.
Yeah.
We got to see
Homeland
Security,
DEA, all of the departments.
This is coming after 2023, where Cassie, filed a suit against him and made a ton of allegations. Where at this point in 2023, the law said, "Hey, let's see about these things," and they raided his home. and his children were there, and Stevie J was there. And again, I know in hindsight, why you laughing at Stevie J?
Nah, he just always there.
He was there.
Somehow,
he is always there. Stevie just always there. But yeah, keep going, my brother.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is, again, I feel like I've said this so many times on this podcast. There are two figures in hip hop that I just remember thinking like, oh wow, this is my introduction to hip hop. Diddy and Mase, right? Like that the first video, the first visual that I have of hip hop, it features Diddy in there.
We all had the same childhood, yo.
You get what I'm saying? Like I just remember so vividly Bad Boy. Right? Like it's like, hey. Like Diddy was there. So to know the fall from grace or some of the discoveries that we had, or just where he lives in present day, Diddy, listen to what I'm saying right now. Diddy is behind bars.
That is crazy
Allegedly.
to think about.
I ain't seen no mugshot.
Nyla.
I ain't seen no mugshot. I gotta be honest.
Honestly,
Nyla,
no one has ever
he in
brought that up
Brooklyn.
before.
Have y'all seen the mugshot?
He in Brooklyn.
Allegedly.
Niggas up top saying
Wait,
he
there
in
really is no mugshot? I feel like there is.
It's niggas
no?
up top
Somebody
fighting to make
show me
his
the
bed right now.
I be feeling like when like people this powerful get put behind bars.
Yeah.
They ain't really put behind bars.
For real?
You think so?
And I ain't even mad at it necessarily. Honestly, I'm really not.
Is this your conspiracy theory?
It is. But where's the mugshot? Oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
what's
that's
that
old.
one? That's old. Where is the 2024
but they got him in the
mugshot?
court.
What is this?
But they got him in the court. They
What
got
is
him at MDC Brooklyn. No, that is photoshopped.
That is YMW Melly. No,
This is ChatGPT.
Yeah, that is chat.
I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot going on. I didn't fact check.
Oh my god! But no, Nyla, he at MDC Brooklyn. There's some niggas right now trying to make his bed.
Okay.
Word, they fighting too. They trying to sing. They trying to sing Jodeci and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He could really start a record label in jail. I know they would have some fire.
I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
It's
They have to pass
talented.
the time somehow. He's probably doing that.
That pain music.
Imagine Diddy, R. Kelly, and Tory Lanez on the
Oh
track.
my goodness gracious.
Yo,
That shit
talent
might-
shows are
the
going
shit-
stupid.
The shit might go up.
And like, there's not much to do there, so they give it their all.
Come on,
you know?
Take that.
Come
take
on,
that,
you don't need a
take
bigger.
that.
No. Oh my
Say
god.
no. We leaving that ad lib last year. Nigga.
Well, Diddy got arrested this year. We'll get to the arrest.
That's fair.
But in February Q1, he again, this was a big ass story. Like none of us have ever imagined this to happen to a Diddy. All of us had a ton of questions like, "Where's Hove?" We'll get there later. But yeah, so Diddy did. His homes were raided. His children who were at his homes. His children are adults, but it's still
Got some
kinda,
teenagers too.
Yeah, he does have teenagers, but the ones that was featured in the video of his house being raided, it was his older kids, King Combs. I want to say just like they were at his house when that happened. I know it has to be super traumatic, so I do want to send my thoughts and prayers to them. They also got Gangsta this year.
Yo, if it's one thing I'm realizing, dudes grow up and then turn gangster.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm learning that now. Like
they got
niggas turn 28, then turn crip.
Well,
Like shit's crazy.
I will say life will challenge you, and in those challenges you either rise to the occasion or you don't. But I didn't really necessarily think they needed to do that. But I do send them my love and well wishes.
For sure.
But if you think about it, all they have seen is how Diddy has moved with other people. And that assertiveness of power, how he moves, how he talks to people, how he allegedly, right? So I'm sure they can emulate a bit of it. Like, you know what? I need to be as strong as how I saw my father move around.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Like you allege, and I'm just speaking for me. You allege my father butt fucking. I'm seeing you. Word.
That's a lot of people you got to see.
That's the thing. On my,
That's
like, I'm just
thing.
talking for me, for my, like,
Nah,
so I understand. But I will say,
Yeah.
why would you challenge Ray J?
I know.
That's the one person on earth. Just leave Ray alone.
Because he
You
don't
can see
care.
what he could do.
Yo,
You've
Nyla,
seen.
You don't care.
fellow Capricorn.
Ray J?
Fellow
Oh, that
Capricorn.
makes a lot of sense.
Fellow
Oh my gosh,
Capricorn.
don't give her that ammo.
That makes a lot of sense.
You starting to piece them together now, right?
Yeah.
Fellow Capricorn.
Isn't
Ray J.
R. Kelly also a Capricorn?
Yep.
Wow.
See that?
See, no,
Look at his group.
That's the one you shouldn't have added.
Look at his group.
Keeping it moving. We also had in Q1, and this is really where the biggest domino of the year kind of fell.
Ooh.
Future.
I like the way you intro that.
Oh.
Future.
Yes. Future.
He dropped his album. We Don't Trust You.
taking a beat on the mic.
That sounded pretty good.
Look at us. Look at us.
The end of Q1.
Yeah.
We Don't Trust You.
We Don't Trust You.
Metro Boomin. The album, by the way, it was phenomenal. But like Kendrick has done in the past, he has taken a phenomenal body of work or a phenomenal song and has just overshadowed it with his talent, with his ability, with his one verse. And that's what he did with Like That, which dropped. Again, this is the end of Q1, and now it starts to get a little bit tricky. Like That drops.
I like that beat. I'm thinking about that's like a diabolical beat. Like there's so much going on in it.
It is and it's also a classic hip hop sample. The first version of the beat came out in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Facts.
It's been flipped like 3 times.
Mad times.
But the way Metro did it is stupid.
Yeah,
and
the
I
808's
think
on there.
if we could sum up Q1, motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just big me. That headline, you know what I'm saying? When the aliens read like the headline, damn.
And you know what's crazy? At that time, Nyla, I didn't understand how emphatic that bar was gonna be. I was none the wiser. I just was like, all right, cool. Yeah, he's getting this shit off. Granted, I knew he was
shit. Yeah.
Like, I knew he was talking shit towards Drake, but I didn't know that was gonna be the one to really get shit popping.
Yeah, like that bar definitely did what it needed to do. Like the impact that bar had.
The cool thing, and we can kind of talk about it, but the cool thing about that album, and this has been a trend, I don't know who started this, and Nyla, Reggie, Alex, one of y'all may have known.
Okay.
I want to say it was Travis Scott, but who started the trend of dropping an album and not listing the features?
Kanye, Travis.
I feel like it was Travis. That actually makes sense. But when We Don't Trust You came out, the dope thing about it was you had to listen to it to kind of just pick up everything, to find whatever was in the album, because he didn't list the features when it first dropped.
I hate that, by the way.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, I hate it.
I'm not mad at it because there's mad listen. We're all music lovers here, so we'll do our due diligence and listen in a good way, in an orderly way. But there's like, I would say like 65% of music listeners will skip ahead if they see an exciting feature. They'll just skip ahead.
That's a fact.
If I was an artist, like I see why artists do it. Like, don't skip ahead to track 16. Like, can you start from the top, please?
Like I'm not mad at it on the first listen. On the first listen, I want you to be as focused as possible. I want you to see where I was trying to take this album. However, after I realized who was on what song, okay, show them features now.
No, but
I'm trying to go to the songs I like.
They do this thing where a few days later they go back and be like, okay, just kidding. And they add the features.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. No, please keep going, Simone. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, on the album, just some of the other notable features, Rick Ross, Playboi Carti, Travis Scott. There was a bunch of people who was on this album. But again, the standout track for me, song, was Like That. I think everybody could kind of attest to that.
For sure.
And it was a phenomenal body of work. I think I
loved it.
Me personally,
Ice Attack, Claustrophobic,
Future, he dropped a lot this year. But personally, this was my favorite album from Future.
As opposed to the second one he dropped off.
He dropped the second one, and then he dropped the mixtape Pluto.
Yeah,
Pluto.
So, Pluto, mixtape Pluto. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, man.
I agree. And this first quarter, not only did we get We Don't Trust You, we got Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. That was a great project for TDE to come out for TDE and to start the year. And again, we got Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. So, because I'm still confused. Wasn't it like a 3-part thing that she was doing?
Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Act 2, Act 3. I guess we're still waiting for the completion of the series.
What act are we in present day?
Well, I think we're waiting for the third one.
We're in 2, we're waiting on 3.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See,
I have a prediction that Act 3 is going to be a rock album.
Oh,
I need her to come back to R&B.
The first one, Renaissance, dance, country, and then rock. Like she dominates a genre for each chapter. So
you don't think she'd come back with R&B? You don't think she should come back with some R&B?
I mean, I would love it, but I don't know.
She's done that already. She's been giving us that for 20 years. She's trying to show us the range.
What's the problem?
And also, I think like her message is always like, wait, what is that?
What's the problem? You be doing it, do it
Shut
again.
Up. I feel like her message with these acts, well, I don't know, this is just like a theory, but she's all like her underlying message is like Black people created these genres, by the way.
Yes,
so
that's
like
a great
what
point.
she said with Renaissance, and then Cowboy Carter, obviously country music.
Yeah,
so
I love that you said that.
Yeah, that's a great
because
point.
in 2024, I'm gonna take this in 2025. Right, we have the tendency as a culture, as people who are fans of certain people, we assume a lot. Right,
that's our bag.
We do not hear like literally.
That's our bag, yo.
We don't hear from certain people, but we create these narratives and these storylines and these messages. Like Dame Dash said something, and again, I'm kind of jumping around a bit, but Dame Dash said something last week. I saw him on an interview, and he said, "Hey, until I directly hear from Jay-Z, I haven't heard from Jay-Z. Because he posts like a graphic on the Rock Nation page.
These cryptic messages.
It's in the tone. Again, I said last week that Jay-Z sounds like Bruce Wayne. He talks like he's ready to defend Gotham. Right?
Yeah, I can't wait to show you who I
some
am.
vigilante. Some real vigilante shit.
And I love it.
Oh my God.
But we haven't really heard from Jay-Z, nor have we heard from Beyonce. So with these 3 acts, I would love to just hear at some point what they have to say about it.
Them niggas ain't talking to us.
I mean,
Never.
I get what you're saying.
They not.
Like, there's no direct interview of her addressing the people, but if you like follow the albums, she has released like paragraphs, visuals, like short films. So that's what I'm drawing off of.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
I am assuming, like she didn't say it directly, but there's been a lot to draw the conclusion on. So.
Okay, I'm just being selfish about the R&B thing. I've always loved Beyonce's R&B music. Nyla, you're right. She's given it to us for years. I just want to know what it would sound like in 2024, 2025, 2026.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Some of the other things, real quick. Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids and TV. That was released on HBO, on Max.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. That was a really dope documentary. I think, again, just speaking to our age demographic, hearing from a Drake Bell.
Man.
Face of Nickelodeon, hearing from some of the child stars, all that. Like, I know there's Gen Z. Y'all do not understand what these figures meant to us.
Yeah.
Because we had to rely on cable.
We did. We did.
They have so many options now.
It was also like curated. Like Drake Bell, he was curated to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a really dope documentary. Again, just to quickly highlight that. But then we get into Q2. Talk to me now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drake Bell for real though, just because I know for victims it's really hard to be vulnerable and open about such like a dark place in your life. But what I fuck with about it is that I feel like it creates a safe space for other people who are victims to also open up. Because I do want to see more of that. And y'all not gonna mention Tyler? Like I see her on the list.
No,
but
we getting there.
Like,
didn't she?
Wait,
did she drop her album in 2023?
Reggie would know.
Wasn't it December 2023?
Maybe
no, she was supposed to do the tour, then the tour got canceled, but then the project came out top
this
of the
year.
Yeah.
Reggie has came in and raved about Tyler's album all year.
Tyler is that fucking girl.
Yeah,
she is that girl.
Tyler,
She's the superstar that she wants to be.
She got a lot of hate this year too, right?
There has been so much. People make a comment about everything she did.
Cultural,
like,
maybe just some cultural differences.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes us Africans, we come off a bit proud. We come off sometimes. Are you okay? What's your problem?
Sorry, I just got.
Yeah. Just relax yourself. Just relax yourself there.
All right.
Okay. You know, sometimes because I can speak. I'm an American and I'm also a Nigerian. Of course.
Wait. Hold up. Time out.
Well, I'm
I'm
a Nigerian American.
Wait, hold up.
I'm a Nigerian American.
Wait, what?
We have been doing this podcast for quite some time.
I'm a Nigerian
I have
American.
never heard Alex refer to himself as an American.
Yeah, I'm a Nigerian
I've
American.
been the lone proud American.
I'm Nigerian now.
Why you switching up?
I know it's okay. So because if I talk like this now, you start your nonsense. So me, I'm not trying to talk like this. You understand? But the thing is, I'm both.
Okay,
that's the thing.
Okay,
you are.
No, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. Well, next time we have these conversations about being American, I just want to see your fist go up.
I bet. What's the like? All right, let me show you.
It can only go up halfway.
Yo, you good?
Sorry.
I was born here. I was born here.
I wasn't.
I was.
Wait,
shit! Where were you born?
I'm an army brat. I was born in Germany.
Oh,
you're German?
She did mention that though. To us. She did say that.
Yes.
She did say that.
Can you talk that shit to us?
No.
Nah?
No, it's not.
Speak German?
It's not sexy. It's not like French. It's like.
Oh, but you know some.
It's a lot. You know.
But you got a little bit of that. Okay, let me hear a little. Okay, you got a little bit of that, huh?
You know what? That sounded too much like hot tour. Can we keep it pushing?
You got a hot tune on that thing.
I ain't gonna lie. Wait, hold up. Unplug my earphones.
Wait, just really quick. Just rapid fire. Who was your favorite child star from that era, like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel? Because I have one answer.
Okay.
I still stand her to this day, but rapid fire.
Okay.
Just Nickelodeon or Disney included?
I guess that era.
Just that era in general.
Mine is a character, Penny Proud.
Oh, love Penny.
Love that.
Love Penny. That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Favorite character.
I'm shitty.
Well, okay.
Naked Brothers Band.
Oh my God, that is so slept on.
Yeah.
People don't talk about them anymore.
That's all I got.
For me, I'm a Hillary Duff girl.
Oh,
me too.
I don't know what it is. Like I have her posters on my wall. I love you, Hillary Duff.
Yeah, I love her too.
She looks great today.
She looks.
Does
good.
she?
She aged like fine wine. Like I love her so much.
Yeah,
she looked good.
She
Got to salute when everybody look good. I saluted y'all for taking showers today. So. I did.
It's the little things. Thank you.
It's the little things, right?
Yes.
Right? Exactly. She looked good. You know, that's that. All right, let me chill out.
I ain't mad at that.
That's the type of milk that don't spoil. You know what I'm saying? All right, what was we doing? What's going on?
We just gonna switch it up. Q2. We here now.
We're going to Q2.
We going to Q2.
Because you know that milk spoil quick. All right, never mind. Yeah.
Milk does spoil.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the beef this year did not. The beef did not spoil this year.
That is a fact.
Okay. So leading out of Q2, Academics and Meek Mill, they had their thing really quick. And we was like, oh shit. Like, you know, Ak is very vocal and he's probably one of the people who had a really, really strong year, visibly at least, from what we can see optically. Yep. He had a really strong year covering the Drake and Kendrick beef. But now, let's get into Q2. Because Like That drops, and now the floodgates open.
Yeah. And it's funny because we could use that to kind of talk about what I want to talk about in Q2. See, Meek is now an independent artist. And I felt like there's a lot of independent artists from our era who were on these major labels, and now in these years, they're finding new ways to adapt and keep up with us and keep up with the times. So I think his disagreement between Academics is on some real like, dog, I'm Meek Mill, you know how much money I made, you know what I do, and now they're having to readjust to the times, you know? J.Cole, right?
Yeah. Let's enter J.Cole into the chat.
Let's do it.
Going back to motherfuck the big three, it's just Big Me. That could be taken a lot of different ways. At this point in time, J. Cole took it a certain way. He dropped a body of work, might delete later, which it had some mixed reviews. But I think now in present day, J. Cole really salvaged his year, his image.
And that campaign that they carried out, A1.
Phenomenal. And we got some J. Cole stands with us, so I know we'll talk about that. I can't wait to talk about it. But at this time, in this period, he did drop a diss to Kendrick Lamar that is no longer on streaming, that we did, you know, kind of forget about. We don't really talk about, but on Might Delete Later, he dropped a diss track. Do y'all want to start with the diss track? Do y'all want to go there? And then we kind of move? Because
before we get into the diss track, I want to say when First Person Shooter dropped, I just Googled it. It dropped October 31st, so 2023. I was so confused because I'm like, why would you guys do a record like addressing that you guys are the big three and not have the big three on it? You can check me out on Breakfast Club. I said that shit verbatim. Why is Kendrick not on the record? So fast forward to Like That and then to 7 Minute Drill. Don't hype me up for war if we're not going to war. That's the only thing I'm mad about. Because it's like, I was going to defend you with my life just for you to be like, nah, we ain't doing it. That was crazy. And I watched it in real time.
It was crazy.
Because they was talking greasy on First Person Shooter.
Yes, they was.
I don't think both fan bases really understand, for a dude like Kendrick, who is considered to be their peers, hearing that, how they would react to what they were saying on First Person Shooter.
But 7 Minute Drill was not as greasy as First Person Shooter. That's why I'm like, what?
It wasn't.
What
it sounded like his cadence on that. Obviously, hindsight is 2020. But I remember thinking this when I heard 7 Minute Drill for the first time. Like, it didn't sound like he believed himself when he was like rapping. I remember just like the tone of his voice was very like not really going for the jugular. Yeah. So I was like, oh, like, did you really put your heart into this? And it turns out he didn't. He literally deleted it.
It's not a drill. We in war.
It's
war.
And when I say greasy, I mean like they were putting their foot in the soil like it's us.
They're very braggadocious.
Yes, Drake and J. Cole, like it's us two. We don't even see no one else. It's like, yo, bro, how do you think a dude like that finna react?
Music video was fire.
It was amazing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
They did. I can't lie.
I think one of the things that I feel like, again, all of this is hindsight 2020. But at this point, Drake was wrapping up a tour. So he did not respond immediately to Like That.
Right.
And a lot of people was like, yo, where's Drake? Where's Drake? Where's Drake? Because it was very clear the subliminals, and not even such subliminals, but the verse that Kendrick had on Like That was a direct shot to Drake. And so leading up to this point, everybody's asking, where is Drake?
Drake had his Long Island show after Like That dropped. I was there. Ooh. I felt it.
You felt
Niggas can't take a joke because it's not one. That energy was on 10. Energy was on 10. But I one thing I will say, I salute to Drake. He's always up. Like for the challenge.
Oh, that's a fact. That has to be saluted.
Yeah.
That has to be. And a lot of people were confused because for the longest, we've always known for Drake and Future to be the closest.
I know.
Like if I would have known that Wait For You would have been their last collaboration. Mm-hmm. Oh man,
well, that's so sad when you say it like that.
I'm not mad because I'm tired of the toxic niggas. Can y'all, both of y'all need to grow up.
Hey. But what about for the niggas that ain't grown yet?
I've thought that way about Future for a while.
There's new niggas for that.
There's new, okay.
Y'all should be past this.
Should be past it.
Yes.
See, that's spoken like a true J. Cole fan because his subject matter is maturing, but it's not like done in like a weird way. I like it.
It's not corny.
It's not corny. Well, in my opinion, it's not corny.
I'm not mad at that. Before we really dive into this beef, because this is going to last a few months, I do want to remind y'all of a few that also happened throughout this year, throughout this time period. The first one, do y'all remember Taylor Swift dissed Kim Kardashian this year?
Oh, yeah.
On her album.
We had some mayo beef, y'all.
We had some mayo on mayo.
Yeah.
That's mayo and spicy mayo.
Spicy mayo. We had
spicy mayo right there.
The sushi.
Yes, we did.
They put the sriracha in the mayo.
I didn't even know they played like that.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so used to seeing our bullshit and mess on the blogs. I'm like, oh shit, y'all do that too? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Because what was it again? She said her name in a song or something like that?
The song title,
yeah,
it was like some words or whatever, and then she only capitalized K-I-M.
Oh. And there's only like one Kim in the world. Forget my mom. Forget my mother.
Let's not.
Right? There's only one Kim, Taylor Swift. Like, shout out to you. But yeah, Taylor Swift, she dissed Kim Kardashian this year. Also, around the same time, there was another beef that was brewing. Again, I like to highlight this beef because I like petty shit. And whether he meant it or not, cool. I don't give a fuck. He said it. Chris Brown versus Quavo.
Oh my God. I was so mad that was happening. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Man.
Like,
all right, I can finally say it. We gassed the Chris Brown versus. We gassed them.
You've been dying to get that off your chest.
I've been dying. I've been dying to get it.
But when they freshly dropped, though, it was like,
we gassed
whoa. Like, you know?
Don't do that.
In the moment,
it was.
And that's what I'm saying. In hindsight, now I'm seeing it so clearly. The Quavo shit, it wasn't perfect. And did Chris Brown put out a better response? Yes. But we was gassing that Chris Brown shit like, oh my God, yo, Chris was, I'm like, it was cool. It was cool.
The gas was warranted because he an R&B nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It
was warranted. I would give him that. But to me, their beef just felt like noise. It's like, all right, y'all niggas gonna either fight or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like I don't want this. I don't want the music.
I agree. It got me a little muddy.
I don't want this.
I don't want
keep
this.
that shit over there.
They got in the mud too though. Didn't he say he wished it was Takeoff that passed away instead of?
And that's the
him that passed away instead of Takeoff.
I'm not gonna. I like people who say things you shouldn't say.
No, that is you. Of course,
I'm not agreeing. I don't care, right? Like, you know, God bless. Again, that's tragedy.
Gonna say God bless at the end.
Nah, you gotta.
God bless it to clean it up at the end.
You gotta God bless a nigga. Like, but for Chris Brown to feel how he feels, for him to say, because you gotta think when you got an enemy. And I don't know how y'all feel. I don't know if y'all ever have enemies like Reggie. I can't imagine her to have enemies. I can imagine people not liking Reggie for whatever reason.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
They just hating.
Exactly. Like, just knowing my friend. Got nothing to
do with me.
Knowing her personality.
Just a chill girl.
She's awesome. It's almost impossible for her to have an enemy because an enemy, it takes two. Mm-hmm. I hate a lot of niggas.
Exactly. Like, it does take two. Because, like, if someone hates me out there, that's just with themselves. Yeah. Like, it has nothing to do with me.
Like we gotta hate each other. And so for Chris Brown to actually say, hey, engineer, press play and record, nigga, you should have died instead of I appreciate that.
Like he had to ad-lib that shit.
And that was before Kendrick really initiated the hate. Because Kendrick made it okay to hate this shit.
See? Exactly. So again, I do want to just highlight that Chris Brown and Quavo, they did have they had a little battle during the beginning stages of the Drake and the Kendrick shit. There are some albums that came out around this time of year. I do want to talk about really, really quick. We don't have to stay too long.
Let's highlight them.
Party Next Door. Highly anticipated. One of our pillars in R&B, somebody who curated the sound of today. He dropped around this time. Obviously, we talked about Taylor Swift. She dropped. She sold 1 million records. Shout out to T Swift. She's fucking crazy. Yeah. Those bots working for you. They're going to come investigate someday.
Nah, that ain't bots.
Allegedly.
Them is real people, I fear.
Allegedly.
Metro Boomin and Future, they dropped the second album or the second part of the Still Don't Trust You or We Don't Trust You, which is We Still Don't Trust You. J.Cole, Might Delete Later. And then Bryson Tiller. Self-proclaimed album, Bryson Tiller. Again, I feel like the only reason I really want to highlight this moment or this time of the year is because two of our giants in R&B dropped.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Bryce's project was tough.
I loved his album.
Yeah. Loved it.
Amazing.
Loved it.
Calypso, Ciao. Oh my God. Attention. Oh my God.
So much.
Whatever She Wants.
Whatever she wants.
Whatever she wants. That was the thing.
That was a single, yeah.
So because, again, this is not just a hip hop. We are just music lovers in general. I feel like it doesn't get bigger in R&B for present day than Party Next Door and Bryson. And they also dropped this year too. So I did want to just really quickly highlight that.
Yes. I do think Bryson put out the better project of the two. I'm a hardcore Party Next Door fan. For those of y'all that don't know, I've probably been to like 4 or 5 Party concerts. I love his music. I was a big fan of P3. P4, it was cool. It was cool. I just don't know where he's at right now artistically, and that's okay. Sometimes, again, art imitates life.
But see, to your point of it was cool.
Yeah.
Drake being like, yeah, me and P coming back. It's like, bro, that last shit wasn't really moving the needle, so you relying on him as the you know what I'm saying? What is it?
We gonna get that
go to Atlanta just to get your lingo back. This is not the lingo. This ain't the lingo you want. P&D's not doing it for me right now.
P&D my twin though, yo.
I'm sorry.
And then he gained that weight back. That's when I knew he was back in his bag. That's when I knew he was back.
I stay out the bag.
Yeah.
I do think, I just want to say, like, we're going to have an in-depth music conversation at the end. So that's why we're, like, breezing through these really great albums.
Yeah.
But I will say For Certain on P4 is, like, I think it's one of his best songs he's ever made. That song is so sexy. Like, I love it so much.
You know what it is?
You don't like For Certain?
I'm gonna download it right now.
That's the wine joint. The wine your waist joint.
Let me hear that.
Huh?
How it go?
I gotta hear it. I got you.
Okay. All right. Well, while you get to that, so now the second half of Q2 is where we really, really get to the shits with Drake and Kendrick. Again, a ton of y'all listening right now, y'all discovered us through this beef, this moment in time, because we were trying to cover it in real time. Every single time they dropped a song, we would hit the group chat and we would come to the studio.
We were on it.
Like, we were really, really there. So I do appreciate y'all. So before we get to that, I do want to highlight some of the other things that happened around this time, which was Diddy apologizing for the footage with his altercation with Cassie.
Altercation? That's what we call altercation takes 2.
That's how it was labeled in the headline.
Oh, okay.
Okay, these are not my words.
Assault.
That's what that was.
This wasn't assault. This comes off of him denying it. He had he did the post, which is why, again, salute to Dame Dash for saying, if I don't hear from you, I don't hear from you. Right? Diddy had posted a message on his Instagram saying, I didn't do this. I'm going to clear my name, yada, yada, yada. You can go look that up. But then the footage came out. The footage leaked, apparently from CNN. Nobody still knows to this day how it came out, but this changed the course of everything for Diddy, the optics, again, and also prayers and condolences and shout out, and just highlighting, again, the victims and Cassie, because when you have power, when you have influence, your word against the person that has all of the influence and the resources, your voice gets minimized, your story gets minimized. And so there was a lot of people who may have doubted her because they didn't physically or actively see it. So when this came out, it shifted a lot in that. And then again, Diddy was forced to apologize. We don't have to talk about the apology video, which a lot of people did skits of, but this was a big moment around this time.
Yeah, I think the thing that stood out to me the most, you mentioned it, this was broadcasted on CNN. A lot of the time when we see this messy stuff or what things where looks like the worst of their light, there's usually on like blog sites or websites. This was on a news network on front page. Like, okay, you know what? It feels like someone gave it to them as opposed to like a blog finding some bullshit. So again, the first time when we actually got to see him in a very demonic state. Like, you just see Diddy, who we've all known and revered over the years, to just assault a person, and your word now just crumbles. Your word just crumbles.
Yep.
We don't believe you.
We don't believe you.
And we still don't trust you.
Still don't trust you.
Still don't trust you.
Still don't trust you. Exactly.
And something like this is something that kind of plays it plays against anybody who may not have done certain things and try to clear their name, right? And again, going back to present day, we see the situation with Hov, which we'll get to a little bit later. But all of these things are connected in some way because all of a sudden, Diddy and Jay-Z aren't friends. And I understand why they may not want to be friends, or I get this, but you just create such a hole in all of your arguments and defending yourself. And you put your family in the line of fire when you say, hey, I did not do. If you know you did these things, just shut the fuck up. Right? Like at the very least. Because it exists. It's there somewhere.
You know you did it.
But can we also, let's define friends. Because you got your work friends and then you got your friend friends.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So I feel like when people say, oh, now Diddy and Jay ain't friends, I mean Tata is Jay's friend.
Yes, absolutely.
That's his friend.
Yeah.
I think Diddy is his friend the same way we're friends with our work friends. We friends. No, colleagues.
You know what? Let's remove friend, right? The word close, though. How do you become close to a person?
I'm close to my coworkers and I don't talk to them niggas outside of work.
I agree, but
Amen.
The word close, you're still close with a person. So you trying to put out a statement as if you guys have never been close and it's only been about business.
Mm-hmm.
Comes off a bit facetious.
We only see each other at events.
Come
and
on now. It's all right.
But I don't know.
You my dog. I get what he's saying though. He wasn't in the crib every day, all day. No, of course not. But they were close.
But also, sure. When you're working with somebody, I might not agree with everything you got going on.
Yeah.
I might collab with you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really like Capricorns.
Hey, yo.
Oh my God, yo. I'm the last one standing. She said she's done with African men. That's Alex. Boom. She said she's done with Capricorn men. That's Savon. Boom. I'm still here.
I'm totally joking. I fuck with Capricorns. My OG's a Capricorn. But I'm just saying, you can work with somebody and still not agree with their stand.
That's a fact. And I wish he would have just said that, though.
True.
That comes off just a bit more genuine. Hey, we have been close over the years with certain things. I've never done anything nasty, but I don't align to stand with whatever he's in. Boom.
Instead of acting like,
then start acting no, we never been close. No, I don't know this nigga. I bet. Say that. You got it. I get it, though. I totally
this is what you gotta do.
It's big business at play. It's money at play. I understand.
There's a lot at stake. This is the type of statement you have to put out, honestly.
And these are some nasty-ass allegations. So I get it. You want to get away from this shit.
We're only in May.
Disgusting. Yes, we're only in May.
That's not crazy.
Let's get to the shit. Y'all ready?
Damn.
Because this is when it got a little bit crazy.
Now, like you said, Drake had came off of a tour.
Yes.
So he finally took his time, right? Put out push-ups, correct?
Yes.
Correct. And after he put out push-ups, it was about a 2-month or a month and a half, we were kind of just waiting for Kendrick, right? Mm-hmm. And people were just assuming that it was going to be the same thing that happened, right? Oh, he's not going to reply back. Mm-hmm. This is never going to happen. And then what happened?
Well, let's for those who may not remember what push-up sounds like, let's play a little bit of it.
Please, bro.
And this was a good effort.
Frick.
You really
shit. You hate to see me lit. Love it, see you tit. Your pants might rip.
Yeah, that was funny.
You got it, titty.
That was funny.
It's just so Drake, though.
Gotta get with it. All right.
And when this came out,
this the part?
Yeah.
Drop it, give me 50. Pip squeak, pipe down.
So this is it.
Crazy. You ain't no big three.
That did not age well, Drake. Oh my God. I remember when this dropped and we covered this. Shout out to Need to Know, we were very diligent over here. We came in and I thought it was a cool song. I didn't know what was going to happen, guys. I was like, you know what? I like it. I listened to it at the gym a lot. And then I remember specifically, Alex was like, guys, you think how you big stepping with a size 7 men's on is enough to take out Kendrick? Alex did tell us, his take was very accurate. He was like, this is child's play. Please.
That was a 7-minute drill for him. The push-ups was a 7-minute drill.
Did he not know that? I think he's so caught up into the rest of the field, and we saw that throughout the battle. Yeah, maybe that would have worked with French Montana and Rick Ross.
Oh shit, not the stray.
Salute though. That's my guy.
French Montana always has strays.
That's my Moroccan brother.
Yeah, African brother.
That's my brother. Yeah, salute to him. That's my guy. But yeah, maybe it would have worked for them. Yeah, now you good. Yeah, maybe it would have worked. Maybe it would have worked for them niggas.
The whole laugh is crazy.
could do it all. He could do it all.
Yeah, maybe that would have worked on Rick Ross and French Montana. But I'm thinking to myself, listening to the song, and again, we've heard Drake in battle. I heard how critical he could get.
Yeah.
So I was just so disappointed by his own pen. Because I'm like, Dale, I heard you come a little harder. Is this how you want to come out the gate against Kendrick?
It was cute.
Yes, that's exactly what I said,
It was a little jokey.
It was cute.
It was cute.
Pipsqueak.
The jokes started with Euphoria. I laughed. My first time listening through, I'm like, oh shit, this nigga is funny as hell.
Kendrick is funny.
He's so fucking funny.
Like his jokes be hitting. Yeah.
Yes. Wait, I didn't even know he was this funny.
Like he's very clever. He's very clever.
I believe you see two bad bitches. You might pop ass with him.
That was a bar. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny.
I was cracking the fuck up. That shit, the accent, don't speak on the family credit. I can't.
She can get deep in the family credit.
I was laughing the whole
It's comedy, yeah.
the whole time.
I can't wait to get there. The takeaway from this song was him mentioning Whitney. The only Whitney I knew was Whitney Houston.
I don't know what you were thinking.
But honestly, even not this record, but there was like a fake AI Drake.
Yeah, we gonna get to that's next. That came out right after this. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Go to it.
Oh, and it was a hi Whitney, won't you come and get high with me? I'm like, ain't no way this shit AI. It's niggas laughing in the background. Like that shit was not AI, and that's where he fucked up. Why would you bring his girl into this?
He brought his girl and Tupac into it on the next stage.
Simultaneously.
That was the other part, right?
Drake is crazy.
So
like,
what
are you doing?
No, that's just low. There's no
so
character.
crazy.
After Push-Ups came out, right? And again, Push-Ups, that was the first initial response from Drake to Like That. Because again, all of the pressure was on Drake at this point. Because we heard for all the dog references, we heard everything you said when you was with Future, when you was with Metro. So now, boom. Here comes Push-Ups. We get the jokes. Like you said, it was cute. You talk about his shoe size. You talk about his height. It was cute. But what wasn't cute is, and again, I hate to say this, and I hate to know that Drake is somebody who is so clouded by his ego that he's not able to learn and adjust. Do not talk about somebody's wife.
What happened before?
You don't talk about somebody's girl.
Push-Up.
What happened before?
Yes.
Just like, do not talk about somebody's wife.
Yeah, and
right?
he always like does that.
You gotta learn from
brings it up.
mistakes. You gotta learn from mistakes in life, yo.
And going back to what Pusha said is, maybe it's because you don't know how to value a family, because you never seen a wife or you don't have a wife. But hey, that's neither here nor there, and that is not my message.
Ooh,
let's get to the next iteration of this beef. Keeping it within Q2. Going back to what Nyla said, we got the AI song, Tailor Made. Now, he did do, what was the High Whitney?
Hi Whitney, won't you come and get high with me?
That was a thing.
It was clever, but it was fucked up.
It was very clever. and so was this song. And I hate to admit that this is one of my favorite moments.
Oh yeah, Savon knows all the words.
You do?
This is
from
ringtone.
the hip hop history.
Kendrick, we need you.
You
don't remember this?
I'm trying to forget, but you're playing it.
And people did not like his iteration of this. They thought it was disrespectful. They thought, why would you involve the dead?
It gotta be true. It's alive. It's Spinner said the 5'5". So he's still keeping it cute, talking about his height.
But it is also just a little disrespectful. Like, if you cut from a different cloth, it ain't your... It's not your place to do that.
I get that.
Absolutely.
I get that.
So that's why it was distasteful.
Well, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I think there was a really important part in this song. And I love the song. Let's go here. So Drake, he did rap in his own voice. Not this time. He asked Kendrick to follow through.
I remember it was either a TDE post or a Kendrick post or something like that, or Punch. Drake commented from his own Instagram, Champagne Poppy, and then he commented, he was like, use this as a Kendrick, we want you to drop button. So that would mean like everybody like this if you want him to drop, like teasing him. I'm like, Drake, oh my God, you deserve everything you got. I'm sorry.
This was a very pivotal moment that I feel like as a culture we forget. So I'm just gonna play this little part.
That's where he was fucking up. He worried about y'all other niggas too, nigga. We are at war. Pay attention.
Thank you.
That's what Alex has said a lot too.
I said that all throughout the battle.
Yeah.
Why are you focusing on these niggas right now?
That song is not on streaming. Right?
Oh
So I feel like a lot of people may forget about the song. I want to shout out Ice because Ice sent me a file that had all of these songs in chronological order. So I have that that song on my phone, so I can listen to it, whatever. It feels like it's on streaming for me.
It's a little disgusting. That's a little nasty.
I'm not mad. I get it.
Look what he listened to on the ride out.
You can judge me.
Look what he listened to the ride out the dinner.
Why are you listening to AI Tupac repeatedly?
It's gotta be true.
But it keeps my memory very fresh and it keeps me very sharp. And I remember how Drake was talking to Kendrick on this song because a lot of people just go by what's available to them, which is what is on streaming. So this song, and when Drake is talking like, hey man, you gotta drop, you gotta be true, I don't even know what you willing to do, like, right? He's really talking to Kendrick in a way that it's like, wait, you asked for all of the things that came to you.
Absolutely.
Right? Like you really asked for it, but because it's not on streaming, a lot of people forget, or maybe there's some people who haven't even heard that.
Yeah.
Right? Go for it, Alex.
No, you're fine. And with Taylor Made Freestyle, I said this here, but you weren't here, Nyla, so I'm going to repeat it again. I think that song was probably the most impactful throughout the battle. And just hear me out, right? I think that's the song that actually bothered Kendrick. Like when Kendrick heard Push Ups, we was all in here just laughing just now, right? He was like, oh, okay, ha ha ha. When you tapped into Tupac, my legend, my GOAT, if I'm Kendrick Lamar, and you're tapping into the West Coast, and then you're gonna bring Snoop in on it, I think that actually annoyed him. Yeah. And which got him to really get into that bag where I'm like, you know what, I gotta finish, boy.
Because Kendrick has referenced that song like multiple times throughout the battle. Yes. So it did really hit a nerve.
I think that really struck a nerve. So I think that's a point. I can't lie. I think
not
that's
mad
a point.
at that. Right after Taylor Made, one of the better songs from this beef came out of this, which was
the best.
The best.
I was gonna ask what y'all felt was the best.
Come on, man. Don't even play.
This right here?
Their superpowers getting neutralized.
This came out right after Taylor Made.
Famous actor you once knew is now paranoid and now
Kendrick came?
Okay, Nyla. Okay. Oh, this your shit? Okay, Nyla.
Kendrick came all the way from the West Coast.
Reincarnated.
This is how it's yo, you stupid. Love that. Let's skip ahead a little bit and let's get to it.
Yeah, this was
show you I learned from those
mistakes.
I gotta take my jacket off.
Yeah, she's starting to get hot now. Look.
Make Pac turn his grave.
See?
Business, you got shit twisted.
What is it? The braids?
Hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. It's two goes left, and I see.
We could just mute this
on the stage
for copyright and just have Nyla sing it.
It's not nobody can tell me. Okay. I don't want to talk on no selfie.
I can't.
You know you got language barriers.
There's no language you can tell me.
I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm
YNW
Let her
Melly.
go.
We had so much commentary around that line as a culture on this podcast. But just all encompassing. You can see the energy that song even brings out of Nyla. Yo, Nyla, you a real nigga for that. You took your jacket off for that shit.
She got hype.
Shorty got turned.
But that came after Taylor Made. And this kind of set the tone.
Yeah.
After.
That's what was when we were like, okay, it's for real. Like, it's for real.
It's just, do you remember all of the dissertations and explanations people were trying to do when we first heard Euphoria? Because it was so layered.
It was.
The beat he chose.
The beat he chose, what he was saying. People were really doing a deep dive on this song and were so impressed by not only the bar work, but the level of critical thinking you had to apply to it.
Yes.
You feel me? So for people that really lay down bars, like this right here, this one stuck for him.
Yeah.
But also like what Nyla was saying earlier about Kendrick being funny. When he what is it? The braids? Like that's funny. Like that's funny. Like
what is it? The braids?
Like Kendrick, what? Like
like we know you're lyrical, but you're also know what's gonna be impactful.
This nigga is funny. He could be an actor because the way he delivers.
Right.
Like and the crazy thing is, it's a 6-minute song.
Yeah.
And I listened to it on repeat for like until the next song dropped. Just keep listening to it. But my favorite, the whole song is my favorite, but I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
It was just
the way that you sneak this.
Overt. It wasn't flowery. It was like, I hate you, and this is why. Like, I love it. Like,
I'm gonna own being a hater.
Yes.
Like, I'm hating. Now what?
I think,
now what? I'm hating. Nigga, what's up?
It plays into this is a saying that I hear sometimes, but we need to bring shame back.
Yeah.
That's what he was leaning into. I'm bringing shame back. Matter of fact, I hate that shit.
Yes.
I hate that shit.
No, you hit that right on the head. Because I think this was the song that actually affected Drake the most. Because you're getting into all the logistics of who Drake is as a person.
Yeah.
I know he did more of that on Not Like Us. But to start here and to really take an inside look at who you are as an individual, what I can see through, I know that hurt.
Yeah.
I'm just go to the end because just to kind of piggyback off what you were saying, Alex.
Yeah.
Like this is.
Get in your cheesing, fam. We can do this right now.
Man,
fuck y'all niggas.
Not niggas.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Fuck that.
My food.
And this is rarely where he gets psyche, in my opinion.
Yes. Go word.
I'm taking it there.
And that's something you don't want to do.
And how he ended it too.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
Like that's so strategic.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
Because
the stop got it.
That's so strategic because it created a conversation around who Drake is as a person.
Like, have we ever thought about Drake saying nigga?
Never, because he's black.
You know why?
We saw his black
I feel like
dad.
it has come up before, no? Or has it not? I don't know.
Maybe.
I never even thought about it.
I think
We saw
people have brought it up before, but that conversation never gained like wheels.
Yeah.
But now that Kendrick said it, everyone's like jumping in on it. Yeah.
Put a spotlight on it.
I like and I dislike it. But that's partially why I didn't really like Rick Ross's song, was because it's like it's really not about color. Like people are trying to make this a black and a white thing. This is not a black and a white thing. This is just of like, do you have the stripes to be doing the things that you're doing?
Like, are you of the culture?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Well said.
We ain't even
well
really
said.
get to talk about it because throughout this beef, not only did Kendrick and Drake have their back and forth, but Drake also addressed a lot of other people that we knew he had issues with. A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Rick Ross, and then, come to find out Lucian Grange and UMG, right? Like, there's a lot.
The op list is long.
The op list was crazy this year. But around this time, right, like, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. It's stuck because when he sued UMG, and I'm fast forwarding a little bit, but when he sued them, that was the first thing that I thought about. It was like, oh, this isn't of the culture.
This is that Karen shit.
It's not. It's that Karen. Yes.
Hey, that white side popping out, boy.
It has nothing to do with your skin tone, what it is it's like it's a of the culture kind of thing. And so even for Kendrick to say that, it was like, oh shit, he's talking in a different way. And I do want to salute Pusha T because I think Pusha T also tried to make the same reference.
The blackface picture should have got Drake out of it.
It should have.
It didn't.
It should have. It didn't.
Pusha was ahead of his time.
These niggas is low-key oracles, man.
Yes.
For sure. Again, just keeping it in chronological order because all of the things that we're talking about now happen in like this Q2 kind of scenario. So all of these songs, and again, going back to what I said, shout out to my mom and dad for fucking, because they allowed me and allowed us to see this during this time period and to be able to appreciate it.
Yeah.
These songs came out within an 8-week span.
Crazy.
This song, this layers.
Stressful ass 8 weeks.
Stressful ass.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even sleep.
Literally.
I couldn't even sleep, yo. I was gonna wake up to another diss track. I was like, oh my God.
Yo, I used to have nightmares of waking up and seeing on the screen the Hard Part 6. Like, I don't know,
because the other thing is like, we're trying to vacation around this time of year.
Take a break,
bro. I couldn't.
Begging Alex and Reggie to not talk into a microphone because I just needed rest.
Bro, we potted about Euphoria on my birthday.
We did.
I remember that shit.
We did.
My people brought in the cake for me and everything. We was talking about Kendrick over cake.
That's fine.
We did. So
we celebrated hip hop together.
This time was really, really crazy. Right after Euphoria, Kendrick dropped again, 616 in LA.
Facts.
Now, this didn't get as much mainstream success, but a lot of people said this was the most cerebral track that he had because of the sample that he used and what he was saying.
He's talking. Lord. Short. War. Look, he talking to God. He talking to God. I gotta go to war.
This is crazy, yeah.
He's talking. He's talking. I don't even know where to cut it off because it's like
So
it's just so much content in this record as a total. Yeah. But this came out right after Euphoria. And so now again, a lot of people are looking, all right, Drake, what are you about to do? What can you do? What will you do? Because Kendrick has you on a rope. We have not seen, there's two people that we have not seen against the ropes the way that we did this year. Drake and Jay-Z.
Yep.
We haven't seen Hove with his back against the wall in the way that we have, and we have not seen Drake in the way that we've seen him this year. Kendrick is the first person to really put the pressure on Drake in this way. And these two songs, I think, really set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Because not only was it back-to-back, but he's speaking to you as a person.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that because I learned a lot about rap fans around this time. I'm one of those people, I like Boss Man D-Lo. I also like J.Cole. I also like Kendrick Lamar. I also like fucking MKG. Like, I like underground artists. This battle made me...
MGK? Machine Gun Kelly?
No, we'll talk later.
Oh, my fault. I thought you said
we'll talk later. But this made me realize that people don't want balance in hip-hop. They either just want all of the turn up or nothing. Because why aren't you able to digest what's being said on the analytical rap level and then also enjoy the club records or also enjoy the records that are super palatable? I was woke up around this time. I ain't gonna lie. People surprised me. I thought we loved rap first. That is dying out.
No, people do not love rap.
They don't. I'm learning that now. Yeah. I thought we did.
Also, just the people in general, like just widening the lens of like what Alex just said. I feel like people who say they love hip hop and R&B and like music, but they weren't really tapped into the beef. I was like, how could you not be so incredibly excited about what's going on right now? That's why I was like,
I don't get it. Yeah, like, what's going on?
Like, this is like the biggest event in this genre. For
like, what are you doing? Man, like, it's okay. You can be a Drake fan and respect the fact that someone else is rapping at a higher level. Not even a higher level, just a high level.
This is history.
It is.
Definitely.
It was.
Yeah, that is what powered us through covering this and being so tired because we're like, yo, this is special. So
super special. And I'm glad we were able to kind of digest it as it should.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's music at the end of the day.
CNN, NTK, CNN. I be trying to tell you.
We gotta stop. They're gonna send us a cease and desist.
Sorry, all right.
I'm not mad at that. And then Drake, we finally hear from Drake. Now, these songs are really, really long. And if you want to relive these things, go back and do it on your own time.
All right? We are going to get copyrighted.
We ain't gonna listen to the whole song. Yeah. But there are just certain moments that I do want to highlight. And this is one of them from the next song, Family Matters. There's 3 different iterations, 3 different versions, but this is where I like to start.
This joint came on.
Just open
his mouth. Hey,
someone go ahead and a Grammy right now.
I'm like, oh my God, this the Drake I know.
Head of the better the house. West Coast niggas do phase, right? Come get your app.
Huh?
Well, come. See, he should have my house.
Yeah,
still focusing on other people.
Unnecessary.
He just wasn't focused.
Not focused.
Man.
On the yeah.
But if this was anybody else,
going. Smoking them.
It would have been
it might have looked really scary for his opponent.
And the funny part is, this nigga is really about to get the Grammy. He about to get a lot of Grammys off of singles and a tape.
Yes.
You know? Like,
yo, I really could see not like us winning a Grammy. Like, for real.
I was thinking about this recently. I think Drake wanted it to be a 1v20 all throughout. Even though we knew it was him and Kendrick, I think it better suited him if he felt like he had to position it and narrate it as if, yo, it's me against 20 people.
Going back to Euphoria, it's a 20 verse 1. If I got smack niggas that right with you.
Full circle.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this recently because I'm like, yo, why do I know at that time, yo, there's only one person you need to pay attention to right now.
Yes.
But he wasn't doing it. And even as we're listening to Family Matters, he's still shooting at other people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe to him, in hindsight, he probably thought like, I need to position this as everyone is against me.
Do you think that was like an excuse? Like, oh my God, I'm battling 20 people.
Yes.
So it was definitely a crutch. And I also feel like,
good word.
Like, I know they're saying that like people were being fed information, whatever the case may be. I low-key feel like Drake got fed a Kendrick record that he thought was gonna like come out.
Yeah.
And then why was there already a music video for it? Like, he was acting like he already won. Like, he packed this shit up type shit.
Yeah, like I'm good. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, this is off.
The battle goes differently if Family Matters comes out before Push-Ups, right?
If Family Matters, yes.
If that's the first diss track that comes out from the battle.
100%. Smoking, right?
Smoking. That's the Drake we know, right?
Yes.
You're getting at him. Yeah, sure, you got at other people like Pharrell, but this is the bop we like.
We actually didn't even really play the part that we should have played. What's the nigga you da 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 da?
Nigga, I gotta go bad.
Wait, you mentioned my scene. I'll deal with his dad. I gotta go bad.
That shit, yo.
But that sounds a little silly to me. It's like Drake.
Okay.
No one's scared.
But it's the fact that he started with nigga after we just told you we
playing into it.
Nigga, you did that. I was like, oh, he's doubled down.
He doubled down. He said, oh, you think I can't say nigga?
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, bro, I think he really wanted to position it that way. Because if not, you would understand the severity of the moment and realize like, all right, cool. On paper, I've got a loss against Pusha T.
Yep.
Right? Sure, I beat a Common, but I saw how the Pusha T thing went down. Wouldn't I want to put all my focus and energy just on this one individual who's really talented?
Yeah.
Wait, but I don't know if Family Matters dropped first, like you said, it would change things, obviously, but he would have still lost, though, because Kendrick already has these
I agree.
crazy tracks coming after.
Yeah, but you know what it was? Family Matters came through on the latter part of the releases, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. I think fans were finally like, all right, cool. This is what we want from you, Drake. But at that time, look what was already released.
Nah, if Family Matters came out sooner.
Right.
I mean, Kendrick, I honestly don't know if Kendrick would have won. He probably would have won just because Drake is bad at strategy.
Yeah, that's what won the battle.
Yeah.
That's super ego.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to get judged and I'm the minority here, but Family Matters was my favorite song from the beef.
I
love that song.
That's not a problem.
But I feel like everyone unanimously agrees it's Euphoria. That's the best song, but I like Family Matters.
A lot of people like Family Matters.
It's a diss track that's palatable.
But I like Euphoria. That shit is. I'm standing on business.
Yeah. I think she has to take her jacket off.
That's my shit.
Those are definitely the two. Real quick, let's kind of wrap this beef part of Q2 up. So right after Family Matters, we get the most eerie track of them all, which is Meet the Grams. I don't even want to play it.
That's the most eerie track of hip hop.
It might be.
That beat alone is like,
it was scary.
Took the Alchemist beat and just went dummy with it.
Yeah.
It got spooky.
Because Nyla's so good at selling things.
Yes, you got to pull it up now.
Because you're really good at this shit, Nyla, I got you.
Now, this is like a few hours removed from Family Matters.
Oh,
yes. Oh, my God. The way he stepped on his moment.
Probably like an hour now that I'm thinking about it.
45 minutes.
Yes.
45 minutes.
This is crazy.
So now, you listening to this after most of the fan base was on a high from Family Matters. And then you gotta go digest this now? Like, oh my.
Yeah, we were like, this was not one of the ones I gotta repeat. This was the one, like, I listened twice, and then I'm like, nah, nigga, I want my soul to stay intact.
Exactly.
I want to pray now.
I gotta burn stage when I listen to this.
I'm choosing me.
I'm choosing me, yeah. And the highlight of that song was that people are alleging that Kendrick was lying about a potential daughter. I'll say what I've been saying all year. I don't give a fuck. I've watched battle rap all my life. Not one time has it been centered or based around the facts. It's all about who could be the most volatile in the moment to win and win public perception.
And who's to say he don't got a kid? He already lied to us one time. Like, it's not far-fetched.
I don't know what nobody got exactly.
This is true.
I have no idea.
I do think that was like a big accusation, like a big thing that Kendrick threw in there, and I feel like it was so overshadowed by everything else, though. That's how wild this battle was. Like, you literally said he had a secret daughter and no one cares. Like, that's crazy.
That's not crazy.
In hindsight, what I want to say to that is, I don't think Kendrick was saying he had a secret daughter. I think he was speaking to the future daughter that Drake could have.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't think that he was speaking to something that, I don't think he was trying to present it as a fact that Drake had a daughter.
Got you.
Right? I think that the internet took that narrative and said, oh shit, he did it before. Let's go find a girl that looks like Drake and make it his daughter. No, I think that Kendrick was speaking to his soul like, yo, at these stages of your life, you already had a son who you didn't necessarily claim. Your parents, you raised a horrible fucking child, right? Like, we're speaking about facts. This is what he said.
No, yeah, I think that
so
he said his mother's name, like Drake's mother's name, and spoke to her on a full verse.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't talk to my mother like that, yo.
And he talked to his father, like, you raised a horrible fucking human who has sex addiction, gambling addiction, gambling problem, got a body. He went there throughout this whole track, but I think when it came to the daughter, really quick, I think he was just speaking to a scenario of if Drake had a daughter, like you need to hear this because this is how I think, based on the trajectory of the parent and the person that Kendrick thinks Drake to be, this is what it would be like if he had to speak to Drake's daughter, opposed to trying to reveal that Drake had a daughter.
Oh, I never thought of it like that.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah, I could. That's definitely on the table.
See, this is why we should review things a few months later. See what we get.
See things
for sure. That's what I thought.
That's a fact. Wow.
So right after Meet the Grams came out, the year kind of ended. The beef ended. I'm sorry.
2 days later.
Yeah.
2 days later.
Just 2.
We got a #1 record.
And that's what I'm saying. Like right after Meet the Grams, the year ended. It was over. It was over, Nyla.
See, you get it now? Mustard on a beat. Niggas ain't freak out.
Man down, call it ambulance.
Call ambulance.
Turn it off.
What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see content?
I can't turn it
off.
off.
Like what?
There's too many options.
I'm about to pass on this.
Like John Stockton. What do we do with this?
He should have had the Bible of God watching.
Okay, that is sick.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. I'm the one that
dancing. Hey,
what do we do with this? 2024 was crazy.
I hear like I'm young.
I've been to every cell block once.
This is just.
Come on,
this was insane.
This is
crazy.
cruddy.
Jokes in a hit record.
He said, make sure you hide your little sister from him. Like,
I got little sisters.
What?
They hiding. They're hiding right now, bro.
And you know what? When you first heard it, it was undeniable.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Right? It's not
the
type of song that you have to wait for it to creep up on you. Be like, no, okay, now I get it. No, the moment we first heard it, all of us, we knew what it was.
And the beat is kind of haunting too.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom.
But it's still West Coast.
Like, oh my God, what's going on?
Man.
And then he does another breakdown.
Sometimes you don't need, oh my God, because I tweeted this and I tweeted like Love Yours by J. Cole, like change people's lives, whatever. And a lot of people were commenting like, I like it, but it's just too overt. Like it's too in your face for me.
I guess.
But I'm like, sometimes you just need a straightforward verse. And that's what Kendrick did and Not Like Us. Like it was straightforward. No fucking flowery metaphors. Like this is why I hate Drake. You like him young. Like it was very straight. And that's why all of us just got it immediately.
Yeah.
It was a great song. Song of the year. Candidate for sure. There was a lot that was said.
Can you play the
breakdown?
The Atlanta
breakdown?
Yeah.
Oh my God, and he started the verse like, once upon a time. Like, it was
once upon a time, one of us was in chains. Homie still.
Stay along, stay with
me. Like the campfire.
Homie still double down calling us some slaves. That was a mistake too.
You're in Atlanta when you need a check and balance.
It's the real nigga challenge.
Oh my God.
When you
in the club,
little baby, help you get your lingo up. Street cred,
and you was slime in your head. North side,
what?
But he lied.
You a fucking colonizer.
I'm screaming.
Like if you,
that was it.
If you drink, you gotta act like they ain't hurt. But that hurts.
He can't.
You gotta act like this shit ain't hard.
Yeah, you gotta act like that. I get it.
I wonder what it
with
feels.
Sarcasm, I
wonder what it feels like to be Drake. Because we all agree that line is hard.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? Like, let's say I'm Drake and everyone's looking at me like, damn, that shit.
Yo.
Like everyone's looking at him like, whoa.
A fucking colonizer. And the reason why it really hit so hard is because him and his team, though I do enjoy how they collaborate with other cultures and other cities and spotlight, in a way, you know, you that line hits because it's true.
Yeah.
And once again, something that we've kind of all been sort of desensitized to, Kendrick sheds light to. And we start looking at things, or fans start looking at things a bit more differently, like, wow, damn, I never really thought about it like that.
Like he made some points. He made some points.
He's been collecting Infinity Stones. Okay. Drake, he started out with Bad Bunny and now with the okay. And then he went on the popcorn.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the popcorn.
I don't want to shit on him being a colonizer all the way because I do enjoy I do enjoy his collab.
That's beautiful too.
I love Blem.
For sure.
Yeah.
Love Blem. No, Blem my shit. Let's not play.
Unruly.
Now let's calm it down. Unruly. My eyes.
This was a time. This was easily the song of the year, hip hop, and not only just in our opinions and us being a cultural phenomenon, but it also lasted on the charts. It was on the charts #1 for a very long time. So this is not just my personal opinion that this was a great song, but the charts and the people have also spoke, which Drake challenged later in the year by, suing UMG for saying, hey, this was not organic. This was fake. There was bots. There was a lot that went into this being as big as it was, and we'll get to that. But again, just to kind of wrap up, Q2 was crazy.
Yo.
Everything exploded.
Q2 was crazy. Real quick, just to highlight some of the songs and the artists and the music, because I know it was a very difficult time for you to be an artist during this time. You worked your whole life. I know. You worked so hard to put your album, your body of work, your life's work into this time period, and it got overshadowed. But just some of the people who dropped around this time. 4 Bats, thank God we don't got to talk about that person again. 4 Bats, he was a thing, and he came and
went. I thought he was AI. He got it. That's my dog.
Thank God.
Shout out to 4 Bats.
Yeah. If you don't know, to the new listeners, Savon hates Gen Z.
Yo.
I feel you a little bit.
Just don't.
Just a little bit. I feel you just a little bit.
You a DJ.
We're barely like
you're a DJ. Stop it.
I play it, but that don't mean I like it.
Okay, but you play it. You familiar.
But that don't mean I like it.
Tyla's mad Gen Z.
Now, come on.
I love Tyla.
But
she's so young. She's Gen Z.
She's Gen Z as fuck, but she's like she's an undeniable talent regardless of your age.
Thank you.
I love Gen Z.
Stick with America.
I think
Stick with Americans. You hear him?
Black Americans. All right? Stick with Black Americans. All right?
I told you I'm done. I swear.
But yeah, 4 Bats, he dropped around this time. Chief Keef, he dropped an album.
That was actually a pretty good album.
Shout out to Ghostface Killer too. I do want to make sure we highlight that. That was a really dope album. Set the tone. Guns N' Roses. We had Gunna Drop, A Boogie, Billie Eilish,
Makami.
And Rhapsody too. She had a really dope year too. So this was Q2. So now we head into
Rhapsody album was hard, by the way, man.
It was.
It was. Album was hard.
So good.
It was really good.
Obviously, I'm biased, so I'm not even going to stand on it. But
wait,
yes,
didn't you go on tour with her?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God, you're the coolest.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, Rhapsody's the coolest. I'm glad she took me. I went to Brazil with her.
I saw that.
Yeah.
She got really vulnerable in that project. I like that a lot.
She did, man.
I tapped in.
I do feel like a lot of times, especially for female rappers, they don't really make shit just for like everyday life.
No.
Like they definitely make it for the club, heartbreak, but they don't be making shit where I'm just, introspective. We need more like female introspective rap, and Rhapsody always covers that.
I agree.
So real quick, before we actually head into Q3, there were a few things that happened in this last quarter 2, that we didn't talk about. The first thing, Bronny James, he was selected by the Lakers. That was a really big storyline. Yeah. Shout out to nepotism.
Everybody clap. I'm a Lakers fan. Everybody clap right now.
I ain't clap for that.
Nah, I ain't hear shit. Word.
I love father-son legacy. I'm with it.
Savon, I thought you was Mr. Capricorn. Ain't that LeBron?
He is.
Okay, so clap.
I said I'm here for nepotism.
I'm here for nepotism.
I'm not mad at it, but that did happen. That was a really big storyline. Also, Reggie, we have to talk about one of our GOATs collectively, collaboratively. Will Smith.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, Bad Boys Ride or Die. That came out around this time of year, June, going into...
I loved it. And I loved that movie gave us like a full traditional press run from Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. And they were just... In every episode, they were just speaking so highly of each other. Like, and they're a little older now, but they just seem very at peace with their careers. I just love that time period.
And I love seeing Martin too. Yeah. Martin is one of my favorites. Like, DMV. He's just one of those people that DMV, and he has the same birthday as Alex.
Oh,
your
face. You good? That's my birthday twin. You all right? Yeah, that's my birthday twin.
She went, oh
my God. Yeah, me and him like alike. Yeah.
So yeah.
And it was good to see Martin fresh.
Yes.
Like even in the film, like he had a really big role. Like a lot of the time when I'm seeing Bad Boys, it's Will that's leading.
Yeah.
He led a lot of those scenes in this last movie.
Yeah, it was more focused on like Martin.
It was.
He looked really healthy. Tough. Alex, did you see him at your job this year? I know.
Yes, I did. Oh my God, I see so many. I can't. Are you at my job too?
Oh.
She don't know where you are. Hold on.
Reminder. Yeah, my fault. Yeah.
I knew that.
Mark that. But yeah, I did see them. Mark that. Yeah, mark that. I did see them though. I saw a lot of people this year that's coming to review shit. They look fresh, man. They look good.
They did.
Yeah,
that was really dope.
Yeah.
Also, Usher, he had a failed tribute at the BET Awards. The BET Awards, we have to reconfigure next year.
We need a black only meeting.
We gotta do something about the BET Awards because this year is a little underwhelming. I will say, Will Smith, okay, keeping it on Will.
Oh, is that where he did his performance?
He did his gospel performance and Alex wasn't a fan. Alex was hating on gospel Will Smith.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow with death rap.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody really loves when Will Smith rap. Even though
speak for yourself, buddy.
He does have he has my guilty pleasure record. He has one song that I'm like, damn, I love this shit. It's Will.
Switch?
No, it's just the two of us.
No, even though I do actually like that record.
It took an hour to get the car seat in right. That's storytelling.
It's so cute. It is. It's cute. You know what? I do feel bad for making that statement, but
don't.
I was just generally speaking. People don't respect Will as a rapper for some reason.
That's a fact.
Even
though he won the first
I can't tell you because I don't want to be judged.
You can't tell me your guilty pleasure songs?
Wait, what song do you like?
Nah, tell me.
Miami?
No, it's on Big Willie style. It's called Candy. He flipped a cameo.
Yeah.
And then he's like getting at a girl, but he uses all candy references in the third verse. It's fire. He's trying to get a Reese piece of the Kit Kat. What I really need is a jawbreaker because I'm the one that I love you, baby, now and later.
I love that
song. Yeah.
Look what y'all in the crib listen to. Look.
I can't wait to get a jawbreaker.
That's what I want to say. I don't want to be judged, man.
I don't think that's judgy.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, not candy. Jawbreakers and shit.
We love Will. The last real major event that happened around this time of year, outside of some of the albums that dropped, again, Kalani, she dropped Crash, Capella Gray, Vibe Responsibly, Volume 1 came out around this time. Don Toliver, Moneybagg Yo, like Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, we didn't even talk. Her and Nicki Minaj, like,
they had a beef
this year.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
That's a fact.
We did have Kendrick and Friends at the Pop-Out Show.
Yeah.
In LA, which was a massive, massive moment. I think it was streamed on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm so mad I couldn't fly out for it. That's you book a flight.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
I'm with
absolutely.
I'm with you on that. But yeah, he performed some of the tracks that we just discussed. He performed, I want to say most of them, if not all of them, at that Pop-Out show.
Yeah.
Very, very, very vivid just memory of what that looked like. He had the red hoodie on,
bust down.
The bust down.
Shimmy.
And you'll never see him with the bust down.
Never seen someone with the bust down shimmy. I'm like, wow, all right.
Hosted by DJ Head and DJ Mustard. Shout out to Kendrick for tapping into the DJs.
For
Love
sure.
that.
Absolutely.
And also, shout out to DJ Head because I think this was a real pivotal year. A lot of people got to see him. Like, he's been doing this for a very long time. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, DJ Head, he been working. He's represented West Coast for mad. Like, that's just who he is his whole life. But this year, I think there was what's up? Talk to me. A highlight on him in that way. And so I think this was a really dope year for him, Mustard, Kendrick. This show in particular, it showed the West Coast in a way that I haven't seen it, right? Like, and what I mean by the unity, obviously, you know, if you don't live in LA, if you don't live on the West Coast, you don't really understand the gang culture. Like, you could think you do all you want. Even if you are in a gang or you're affiliated, you could think you know, but you don't. It's different when you live in it.
Gang capital.
It's so different.
And to see the unity, to see all of the support, all of the different artists, the underground artists who then featured on GNX, which we'll get to later on in the episode, but even Tyler, the Creator. I think seeing Tyler, the Creator, at this show in particular just said something to me like, oh no, they have a real united front.
Like, Steve Lacy.
These niggas are really.
Shout out my son Steve Lacy.
I wasn't expecting that.
A fragile op.
A fragile
I wish I knew.
I wish I knew you on me.
Like,
like, what a time to be from LA. Like, I'm happy for them.
And that show was just a culmination of all of the moments that happened throughout the battle. Kind of felt like a winning lap, right?
Victory lap.
Yeah, like
I
victory
do
lap,
feel like people act like we don't like the West Coast. Who don't like the West Coast?
No, people don't like the West Coast now. It's true.
Really?
Yeah, it's true. They don't.
It is true.
It's
well, not us, but like who? Like,
see,
who don't like the West Coast?
Urban culture. Remember what I was saying earlier about Kendrick? Like, we like different styles of rap, different textures of rap. We're okay with the fun shit. We're okay with the analytical shit. People only like what they like. There are a lot of people like that.
It is an acquired taste.
For
no,
sure.
they be going hard with it. Like people don't like the way. I'm like, who don't like it?
Like a very prideful New Yorker will definitely talk shit about the West Coast.
For sure.
Yeah. Like that's what they're taught.
Yeah, y'all niggas got growing to do. That's all that is.
I agree with
it's
you.
A bop. It's a BPM, even where they live at. It's not.
It's a BPM.
It's a different. You know that it's a different bop, and a lot of people not accustomed to that.
All right.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it.
Oh, cool. Yo, Kendrick, when did you get here? Like, when did he get?